Right? Mike, you losing weight? Oh, I know. I just want to check. Getting honest, though. That's fine. Ain't that right? Are you trying to lose weight? What you doing different? Eating grapes? I've never heard that before in my life. Eating grapes help you lose weight? Eating a lot of fruit? Only thing with a lot of fruit, for those that eat a lot of fruit, you gotta watch the sugar. Although it's fruit, fruit still has sugar. A lot of times people get confused with, I'm eating a lot more fruit. You need a fruit intake. They typically ask you to really eat your fruit earlier before you eat your food. Versus how we typically eat it is after. They really suggest you eat your fruit before and then eat the fruit. The body's so different. And then a lot of times, most of the fruit we gonna eat anyway, especially people of color, it got everything sugar. We don't eat the watermelon, everything that's gonna be really high with sugar, which watermelon are good, but actually the white rind is actually supposed to be better than the yellow, better than the red. Most of don't know that do it. Yeah, the seeds, you grind the seed up, they're really good for medicine. Yeah, you grind, the seeds are actually better than the whole watermelon. If you grind the seeds up and eat them, but I may have health issues or something like that. It's always those times where you look at the necessary ends of it, but you don't want to eat up all the seed and that thing. I'll be crawling through Mr. Billy Field, lapping up the ground, gotta let something grow. Isn't that right? So you can let it kind of vegetate, kind of grow. But anyway, to be alive. Ain't that right? See the whole world ending. Won't be long. I saw they were showing England. They've been getting rain on there pretty good. They flooding on top of a lot of Europe getting hit with that cold. I think in Sweden the other day was 40 below. They getting school closed, train can't move. Listen, who he talking? That's for everybody. They're trying to get right. Man, we done messed around a lot. Listen, and the problem it's been us. When I say us, it's been the people that's supposed to be the obedient to the word. We the problem. It ain't the world. The world is doing what they're supposed to do. And the problem is he told the world pass away in the lust of it. It's been us. And as soon as we can, I think, come to grips with what part we play with this and take it off the white man and take it, which everybody had their contributing factors, but we have a factor we play. It's us. The people Alahym, he been trying to get our attention. When he had to destroy Jerusalem again, how many times he destroyed the place? I mean, it's a constant bombardment of destroying this place and us being displaced. And it's to try to get our attention, but I mean, here we are. We're going to still do the same thing. We're still party, drink, smoke, and we're going to fornicate, adultery. We're going to keep doing everything we're doing. Nothing ever gets us to really sit down and examine the whole man. A man might say, well, you know what, I'm going to pray more. Is that the only thing you're off on? You really have to start examining the whole man. That's what I had to do. Look at the whole man. Get out for a little figment. People say, I'm gonna stop going to the club. That's not your only problem. That's not your own problem. You got bigger problems just going to the club. People try to find that one thing they're doing. The one thing you're doing is a contributing factor to a whole lot of other things. It's just people don't recognize it. You know what I'm saying? They give you a false premise, and that's why a lot of times we never get healed, because we never fully sat down to examine ourselves fully. You know what I'm saying? And with a real honest conscience, we look at, well, I don't think that's bad. Just don't think. Let's just let the word go through, let the word examine us, and when the word tells us where we off at or where we at, that's when we know when the word says we right, then we know where we're right at. But if you leave it us, we'll never get right. It's a proven fact. Why you think man in the situation he in now? Man been examining himself. Man had come up with his own conclusion. And with that, here we are again at the same place. And we're never gonna get better till we sit down and reality sets in. He's actually trying to get us right. Like he told her, my spot must begin with us. I was on talking to Chris in the office a little bit now. When he was going over being white, trying to explain to me how I could never be a white man, I could never have the intelligence they have and where they come from. They own the whole earth. And anyway, because I laugh at the face of danger. So and the kids, y'all know that?
Yes, sir.
Who to say? You don't know where that come from? For real? Go give your dad a check. That's from the Lion King. You don't know about Simba?
Oh, yes, sir.
Man, too late. Go ahead. Give your dad a check. I love kids. So it's just a lot. And it's really come to that point. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it for the fact that I don't want to do like a lot of people. I don't want to die and then consider what I've done. In my part, I want to consider while I'm on this side. I didn't know where I'm wrong at on this side. I need to get it right on this side, because you can't fix nothing on the other side. It's hard, I'm telling you, and there should be growth. There should be changes for us. It ain't always the best feeling, but at the end of the day, we look at what's the conclusion of the matter. Like you said, hear the conclusion of the whole matter. You know what I'm saying? Fear Alahym and keep his Amar. A lot of times, you think about what people, the stuff that we'll look at fearing is, I don't take his name in vain. Is that the only fear? There's a reverential awe that goes with his Shem. All of his Amar, everything we do, and we miss it. I mean, they understood about the fact people died. People died for the slightest moment, hint of doing things just to show you the value of the word and to show you, I guess, they really keep them minded on what they was doing, looking at. It was a certain way they had to present things. There was a certain way they had to present themselves. There was a certain way you had to approach. There was so many things that kept them thinking. It's always a constant considering. But we don't do that. Now it's like, man, it's what it is. You just walk in, man. But they couldn't do that. There's a certain way you had to present yourself. We've come so lax because we don't die. If, like, say somebody, like hypothetically, he just walked in, I didn't pay attention how he sat down. Just say if that was a little bit off and he got struck down and died. What would this make you think of? Somebody said, what? Huh? Everything is that strategic. Everything is that technical to where I have to present myself or something. But now, let's think about it. Come on, man. Come as y'all. Listen, man. The Lord understand. Everybody had given us, we dropped our defenses. And because we became so comfortable, we became comfortable in our living. We became comfortable in our judgment. We became comfortable in our conversation. We became comfortable too in the places we weren't supposed to. You're supposed to serve in fear. Now, not in fear of, like, I guess when I say fear, the fear of the reverence. You got what I'm saying? The fear of making sure you're serving right. We lost that. We lost it. So where we looked at, the churches would say, like, the law was always considered the hard God. That was the hard. Anybody heard that technique? That was the hard God, the law. Well, you don't want to serve on that. That'd have been your best service. Because when you watch, listen, I see 23,000 people get killed. Man, listen, man, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to treat everybody right. 23,000 people died, man. Listen, what you thinking? Man, bump that. You thinking, man, look here. I got to get myself together. 23 people died. 23,000 people died right there on your face. And you see these people commit. You say, there's no way in the world I'm going to do that. The fear is there. When you watch people get killed immediately right there in front of you, like, think about this. Just say you watch a bunch of people and you thinking about it, and these folk done ran up on Mushaw. You don't know how they get nobody because ain't nobody seen it. And he said, all y'all come out before the Mashkan. You know what I'm saying? What they call the temple. And when them folk came for the door, they man just almost the Ra swallowing people. Man, I'm saying, man, listen, I've been your biggest fan. I be telling folks all the time. But it just put them in the end where they actually got to see this. And with seeing this, it allowed them a certain type of behavior. But for us, we don't have that. We don't have that fear. We don't have that reverential awe. We don't have that it's something missing. But he recognizing it and he's calling us back to it. To where now it's like, listen, I've done more praying, more just looking, because I'm trying to make sure I got everything right. But I want y'all to understand that it's so critical for us. Man, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna leave him. People like, preacher, don't die. Man, listen, I ain't trying to. I ain't walking in front of no cars. I ain't trying to die, so I'm trying to, believe me, I ain't trying to die. But you gotta understand, you have to come into an acceptance of things at some point. You're gonna die, and you want them to tell what I find what people typically do. They start examining themselves, they say, on their deathbed. What if I don't get a deathbed? You know what I mean? If for one hit, bow, that's your deathbed. One shot, boom, like what, the school shooting, some 6-year-old got killed, 6th grade, what were they deathbed? You listen, all bets off. Whatever you waiting on, when I get older, that's when I'm gonna start changing, I'm gonna start looking at things. Nobody promised you that. And these young people, I taught them, you cold? You cold? Okay. You don't feel good? One of your ears heavier than the other. Huh? You feel like you sleeping? Okay. Yeah, he's sleeping. He's tired. If we can put him on the back bench right there, he's sleeping. You sleeping? You're not sleeping? Let me see. Turn, look that way right now. Look that way. I'll be sleeping. I had an ear like that on my head. Man, I'd be so tired, man. I'm being, I wouldn't, if you ask me, say shake your head, no. I might do that, I'll break my neck. Them things heavy. but I try to encourage kids. They paid for them. That's all you can worry about in it. And like somebody ugly, got a beautiful spirit. That's like, you can't say nothing nice. That's what you say. Ain't that right? Hello? So I was thinking about, I was telling him about how Jake's getting a lot of criticism. And back not long ago, I definitely would have jumped on that bandwagon. I let him have it and told him how I've been told these people about this years ago, whatever. But it's a waste of time. All the preachers wasting time on Jake. They need to be examining their congregation. I make zero excuses for anybody, but I tell you the truth. Well, it come to me to realize I preached on that man for years. Years I talked about these guys. Nobody stopped going to these people. Nobody changed. Nobody. And you know what Yahuwah will show you? If you give me time, I'll expose them. You just do the work. We waste a lot of time. This for me. I've learned. And again, you got to mature. You got to get the experience to realize all the preaching, all the tapes I made, that's my, they found the tape by Jake. I told them, who had the talking about? He been talking about years ago. And I said, oh yeah, interesting. It's a waste of time. Nobody gonna get saved about that. I know he used the preaching of the bar to save people. I'm gonna tell you what he gonna show for every one of these preachers, all of us, everybody. If every preacher is really conscious and worried about the salvation of their people, consider your members. Consider your organization. And it's bad. A lot of these guys talking about Jake, their stuff ain't even together. And it's public known. I don't know how they do it with a clear conscience. I'm more concerned on making sure we make it in. I don't worry about, okay, he get exposed, he go to jail. Who getting saved? Right. Nobody looking at who's gonna go there and care for those people. They're gonna go there to try to become the pastor and see if they can get that money. Yep. They're gonna find they can get whatever he owns. Yep. No one's going to care for those people. Those people are victims. Like, y'all defend me. Somebody running here right now and say, I'm here gay love. What y'all gonna say? Y'all believe it? No, you're gonna defend it because for what you know, it ain't everybody. A lot of them people believe them for what they said. And just be honest, you only know what you know. Why would you believe something somebody told you who ain't even there? Mm-hmm. All the crying of preaching years on these people, and I've done it, and I did it. I say just like Malak, who they call Abimelech, I did it integrity of my law. I felt like these people need to be exposed, and yes, they do. And guess what? Yahuwah, like in due time, he exposed them. Those that's honest and that's serious about being saved, they gonna do what they gonna need to do. They gonna tear it down. They gonna do just like I did when I found out my pastor wasn't no good. I left. Nobody made no tape on him. I ain't no video. I knew what I said and I knew what I saw. And I started looking at that thing and I said, I ain't had to get no tape. I ain't had to get no video about that man. When he touched your law to do the right thing, you gonna do it. That's just being honest. And I had to mature. This is like new revelation for me, as they call it. You just start looking at things, looking at people like, I know Thompson gonna wear Jake's house. No, I'm not. Jake got his own problem. Now, what he got opportunity to do right now, he got opportunity to step and be what he ain't been, be a man. Get up and tell them people the truth and sit down and tell them people, I've been insufficient. I done lied to y'all people. I've been living in like, that's he got opportunity to do that. And if he do it and he repent, you got to forgive him. See, now, go get one of them preachers to be smart and tell them you got to forgive that man. That's what you got to do. A man repent. Listen, it don't matter. If a person repent, we got to start looking at how we do things. Everybody for the kill, everybody for the destroying. If a person repents, that's all you can do. So they're going to waste a lot of time. I'm more concerned about cleaning up what we got. Every clean up me too. Listen, I'm searching me. I'm searching every part, every crank. I don't want to leave nothing undetected because when you go to my spot, you got to be right. You got to be right. You can't be these folk talking don't mean, listen, these folk don't mean a hill of beans are they talking. I'm just telling you, whole lot of, listen, them folks out there, a whole lot of people watching. People that watch ain't up to, a lot of y'all finna get kicked off that screen. Listen, when I get through, listen, I'm cleaning up everything. Listen, I'm only gonna help people, you're gonna be 100. No, we ain't doing no half. When I'm doing something, listen, if you ain't going all the way, I'm being with y'all, I can't help you. I can't help you. Just being honest. And I'll be a fool to take your money, take something from you if you're not going all the way. Because I already know for myself, there's no way you can make it. Just like I told y'all to him. Chris gave me a list. He sent me a list. I'm going to go through my list, just like they said Santa Claus do it. I'm going to check it twice, because that book. I'm going to check it twice. I'm going to find out who not and who nice now. It's it, come and tell y'all something. Y'all can think, preacher tripping. I'm really not tripping. This is where I'm at with everybody. If we're going to be saved as a congregation, we're not going to do it unless we're doing everything. We can't. This is what people been doing. I'm doing most of this. There's some stuff I'm not doing. I'm going to be honest with you. There is no way to save you. Absolutely not. 0 inch. And I ain't going to waste no time trying to do it. That means I'm working against myself. If you're serious about doing this, you're going to have to look at yourself and consider you got to be willing to do everything. You can't pick and choose with you. No more than I can pick and choose. We got to do everything. Like I told y'all, when Kodash come, we coming back in. We coming. We just can't afford to. He don't listen. That like he said, that time done passed us. This thing wrapping up, man. That man come back in and we miss something. Oh my goodness. And get what? You know what happened? Listen, I can't afford to say. He ain't gave me no paper to say whatever you say. If it's okay with you, I don't have that agreement with it. I ain't gonna tell that lie. I ain't finna tell that lie. I don't have that agreement with them. Nobody got it. Anybody tell you they got agreement with him, he said it ain't that important. Don't worry about it. As long as you can. He ain't never told me that. I ain't finna tell that lie for him. We got to get right. Yes, sir. I mean, listen. I hope all y'all, every one of y'all, please believe that with everything. If I ain't here to show. If you don't make it in because of something I've done, because I hereby I did not do, I'll meet you in Sheol. You gonna go now, but he want me to make sure now I ain't getting by. He want me to make sure you will not get by. Now, y'all, when I told Chris, I mentioned the office, I told him, for this job, people saying it's too much on preacher, you'll be telling a lie. See, I'm going anyway. And if you going, I'm going that way anyway. That's why I go, listen, you going to, how many of y'all going to salvation? You ain't gonna believe it. I'm going that way anyway. How that too much on me? Let me tell you too much on me if you ain't going. Cause you know what you finna put me out the way. And I ain't gonna be able to do it cause the rest of we going to salvation. That makes sense. I don't care what nobody think outside. Folks, the man say anything to these people. I'm telling you why. It is so serious and critical for all of us. You can't lie to yourself. You can't sit around and tell yourself everything okay. This man is challenging all of us for a reason. There are people that's not going to make it, and it's going to show. And I don't want to be one of them people. I made up my mind. No. I don't want to be one of them people. I come too far. These folks, man, I just quit. I've been with y'all. I don't know how to quit. I'll be telling you, like, I don't know how to quit. It ain't even I just can't. Not now. I done held on too long. I gave up too much. And then to come here, that's like, what were you doing the whole time? No, I got to get this right. Got to, and you got to get it right too. And we gonna get it right. You don't get it right. That's being honest. Y'all on that screen, visitor, everybody on there, y'all gonna get it right now. I'm gonna kick y'all. I'm gonna block out. Listen, what I'll say, I'll block it all out. I'll cut it out right now. I'm dead saying, listen, it ain't gonna go all the way. I ain't gonna be able to help them. That's right. Ghana, visitors, confessing folk, those y'all in here, I'm cut y'all. I'm cut everybody. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. You need to make some, listen, you know how many people, and it's easy to say, for peace sake. Now how do you say it, for peace sake? You know what the book said? He said, ain't no peace to the wicked. Tell me what peace sake work at in your soul on the line. For peace sake. Give me a peace sake for your soul on the line. Where peace sake? Don't let nobody tell you no fools like that for no peace sake. Peace sake mean if you wrong and I can give up my right in order to make sure you say, that's peace sake. You know what I'm saying? Not you wrong and I let you go on wrong. That's not peace sake. That's dangerous. That's for all of us. That's for them too. Now long folks will sit on the side of that screen and just keep watching. My man. You got to do the work. Yes, that man said, why call me you a done, and you don't do what I say? I already know. Let me tell you something. That screen, that computer, that YouTube, it's going to cause a lot of them folk to stumble. They don't stumble. Because you know what they look at? They watch at their comfort level. They watch at their availability. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't check them. So it's all at their availability, their comfort level, and do like they want to do. And when it come down, rubber hit the road, what you got to show up and what you got to do, you ain't doing that. And that's a mark, that's a commandment. Man, everything you did in vain. And you know what? I wouldn't be right to him if I ain't tell him. And that ain't fair. That's not fair. Y'all guys got to listen. What y'all got to do? He said, what I say to one, I say to all. Everybody got to get it right. I don't listen. Don't send nothing. Let me tell you something. Don't send a dime here. Don't cash out. Don't send nothing until you got it all right. That's it. Because it's a false premise, and I don't want to be responsible for it. Listen, your blood ain't gonna be on my hand.
That's right.
Man, that thing winding up.
That's right.
Everybody gonna have to listen. Everybody gonna have to put up. The well y'all got to put up.
That's right.
Everybody got. How they went? We got to put it. So everybody do what? Ghana too. They got to show up. Kicking them off. Everybody, I'm kicking them out. I ain't just kick out. Listen, you're done. You're done. You can't come back. I don't even want to be bothered because I can't help nobody if you ain't gonna fully commit.
That's right.
There's no way I'll be lying to you. Well, just keep trying. And you ain't doing everything. Oh my goodness, no, we can't. So I'm good. I'm good with every decision he said make. Because I know for a fact, I'm making it because I know he put it on me. You got to get right. Me too. Listen, that man sent me for them 2 days. Whew. Listen, man. I did a whole lot of talking concerning, just a whole lot of stuff. Whole lot of stuff. I said, I got to go over everything. I got to get it right. I talked to my wife. I talked to her. I said, listen, I held some stuff on my wife. I did. But I mean, it's been time that I did. One time, I tell you, we keep it all straight. Years ago, my wife had left. One day she got in the car and just left. And I held that. I held that to the ground. I'll lie to you if I tell I didn't. I ain't never held her, kick her, or nothing. But it did. It hurted me, and I held that. And I sat there, and I realized, and I hadn't dealt with that a long time. But I know I did years ago. And I sat there and I talked. Didn't I tell you? I said, I did you wrong. I apologize. I said, I want to be right everywhere. I don't want to say what I ain't doing now. Just got to get it right. Everything got to be right. I went over everything. I said, no. I said, listen. I said, I know myself what I held. You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to do it. But I knew it was there. I said, I made it hard for you. I said, I want everything right before I leave him. That mean. Please, I don't hate you. I don't hate nobody. I'm going to be right before I leave him, though. I'm going to be right before I leave him. Y'all hear me? I got to be right. Man, I'm sitting here. He said, listen, they that lead men, he said, you got to be just. You got to be just. I got to be just before I leave him. Y'all hear me? That's why I told her, man, why? Boy, get that stuff right. You're going to mess around, man. You're going to let something come in. It's going to be some sick. Listen, that man going to cut you off. Don't you let that mess you up in here and you wind up missing out. Folk be in their mind like, I ain't going to worry about it. You better make sure you go through everything. A lot of times what you do, you just half check yourself. He let me know, son, we got to do some more examining. He let me, listen, I thought I'd be through with that night. No, sir, that morning, I wasn't doing no better. I got that morning, I thought I had a stroke. But listen, come on, I got to get checked, Dave. I mean, Dave, you did good on that movie you failed in. Put one of that for Boston, too. So anyway, listen, man, I got that morning. That thing happened. Listen, man, I tried to get up that morning thinking, it's the way I mean. Man, I got in my thought I had a stroke. I started trying to count. I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. I said, oh, goodness, I can't count them. 8, 4. I said, it's a stroke. Then I said, count backward. I said, 99, 98, 97, 96. I said, I got to go to the hospital. I had a stroke. Listen, all I could do was just get my pants. I just laid back down on that bed. I laid across that bed. I called Bryson. I said, I'm going to call. I called the boy. I called. I said, them niggas ain't answer their phone. I said, they ain't answer the phone. I need to go to the hospital. I said, I'm going to call my wife. I said, but I don't need her to nut up. I said, I got to talk real. You okay? It don't take that long. So y'all the same folk that cried that movie. All y'all got checked. So then, did you cry?
Yes, sir.
I knew you were honest. So, so I called her, man. I told her, I said, listen, I asked her where she was. I talked with her, tried to be easy. I said, call. I said, I don't need him. I'm about to call you all cool here. I said, I'm about to call. I said, I ain't got no shirt on. I said, I need to call him and tell him I'm going to call him. Because his wife, can't even preach, ain't got no shirt on. You got a T-shirt and some pants on. I said, I need to report this to the man before I use it. But I called, she answered. I told her about it. I said, but I had a check to get picked up too. It was a nice piece of mine. I said, come on. She said, you want the check or come on? I said, get that check. I did. I said, that stroke ain't got me all, man. I said, I couldn't be, I'll be gone. I'm going to need that. It was a nice, I said, pick that check up. I said, just come on home. You know, I tried to talk kind of easy because I was kind of slurring a little bit. I said, She said, I said, I done had a stroke. Don't panic. She said, a stroke? I said, yeah. She said, you ain't had no stroke. I said, yes, I am. She said, no, you had a stroke. I said, I'm loving this thing here. Keep correcting me, because I need to get this thing right. Who ain't mad somebody say you ain't had no stroke? Man, I laid that, man. I'm telling you, man, that about 2 days. I ain't talking about it. I ain't talking about it. He got to tell me that. They ain't hear from me about 3 days. Listen, I just let my eyes just close. Listen, that man just had me all through the night. I'm just praying. I'm just going over stuff. I said, I made a commitment that I want to get this right. I said, when I finish up what you give me to do, I said, then I can, listen, I like Shamshun. I said, after this, I cease. I just want to make sure, I want to make sure all is right. That's from heart. Every one of y'all, I just want to make sure we're right before we leave him. I made a commitment to this man. I'm not going to let this man down. I'll cut every one of y'all off up there. I will cut you off. Y'all hear me, everyone? Because I'd rather do that. I don't want to see. I'm not going to let you go to Shion on my watch. Not on my watch. We can't afford to. He pulling everybody. You got to be honest. Let me tell you something. Y'all fumbling around too many times because you ain't been serious. This man will put you down somewhere where you can't get back up. That man got me back up for a purpose. I got to do the work. I got to do the work. No, sir. You can be talking about what I ain't going to do and I'm going to do it. You don't count. That man put me down, make me consider. He made me sit back and consider. He said, you need to do some considering. So listen, I want to get up and go. I said, listen, I couldn't get him to go nowhere. All I could do was just lay in that bed. Listen, that woman had to come. She had a baby spoon. She had to feed me a little banana with a baby spoon. All I'm sitting here thinking, how did I get him? What a baby. Listen, she gave me about 2-3 bites. I said, I can't eat no more. She stood right on me and just wait on me. She waited on me. I said, boy, how you done got yourself like? All I just put in my mind, let me know, son, your time fading, son. You'll be from one state to another one just like this, son. You be that quick, you been a whole nother state. You better consider your way, y'all. Consider your ways. You'll step away. And how you treat folk, you don't know who hand you gonna fall in. You don't know who hand you gonna fall in. You better consider your ways. You be up today, you'll be down tomorrow. And you'll be in somebody else's hand. And you don't know how when somebody else got you, they could. I thought about it. I said she could do what she wanted. I couldn't fight her. I couldn't shoot her. I was just done. I was just like, I don't know why. It was just like, I was just kind of, listen, I want to blame, all I was looking at was, you got me in this state for a reason. I got to pray. All I did is pray. Just pray. I'll do just pray. I just pray myself out, pray myself. It was like my sleep wouldn't come. I was just done. Y'all didn't talk to me. I didn't talk to nobody. I think they finally talked to me about a day or two later. He had called and asked me about something. Your mom tried to, I said, that phone rang. I said, I couldn't even talk. I don't want to talk. I couldn't talk. He just had me in that state for a reason to let me consider. Son, everything will keep going without you. You be sick. A lot of us, you'll think you're a glue, fit, pin, or whatever you might be. You temporary. Every one of us, you temporary. Everything you got is temporary. You got to consider. That's why I pray different. I pray different. Man, I get through praying. Y'all, listen, I get through that. Man, I go on my knees. I said, I get out. I just pray to this man. I said, ooh. There's so many times you take stuff for granted. You are thinking, it's that. He let you know. No, you can come up higher. But to come up higher, I got to base you. He had to put me to where I was in the state. I couldn't do nothing. I had to wait for her to come back in there. She get that little boat. Listen, I'm talking with a baby spoon, 2-3 bites. I said, I'm saying, I'm like, how did I get here? How did I get here? We got to get right. He didn't put me down for no reason. It was me. Go through. We got to get this thing right. I'm telling you, it might cut and hurt. Listen, we just got to be right. I'd rather be cut, hit, bruised, but I make it in. There's a lot of folk, ain't nothing going, like I said, watch all these folk going at jail. Look, watch them. All these folk going at jail, they trying to look at who finna bust down the member like they did with Long. Nobody cares about the estate of them people. They don't care about them people. The folk had them, didn't care about them, and the folk coming to get them don't care about them. All them folk looking at how much money them folk give, who gonna get this one, who gonna run and do this one. You know how bad shape you in when Tyler Perry had to come put hands on you and pray for you. That's a disgrace. And this is the thing about it. We know about the homosexuality, and very much no doubt true. 100,000% no doubt true. But religion become a joke. What did anybody ever know about Tyler Perry about religion? When does the bishop, when does the pastor call on an actor? They're not even doing it. When? What spirit could you have possibly caught from this man? But you know what? It's a joke. And the folks sitting there don't realize, y'all playing, they playing with your soul. He still ain't honest. He know you can't get nothing from it. The people victim. And all these guys looking at now, there's my time to kill Jake. And you on deck for him to kill you. Everybody gonna be tried. Listen, listen. Let everybody be exposed, include me. Everybody need to be uncovered. If it's something ain't right, you better get it right. Yahuwah, listen, he calling everybody. Hold on, let me be clear with this now. I ain't doing nothing secret. Y'all hear me? I'm just telling you though. But listen, if it's it could be something I don't know. I'd rather get it right on this side than to sit here and die and something be hidden. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, that's gonna prove it out. See, everybody good with what they call a blessing, a car, a house, some jewelry, a new husband, a new wife. That correction. Woo. Yeah. Woo. That's how he make us. Yeah. That's how he make us. And these folk not gonna take. That's why that man duck and dart, they playing game. They playing game at people's estate. Listen, I ain't playing no game at y'all. I know these folk like, oh, y'all don't know the man. Guess who know everybody? If he be real, if he be right, and I believe he is nobody gonna be here. Y'all hear me? Ain't nobody gonna be here. Don't worry about it. Look, that's why he told you, everything they say do it. Make no mistake. You're gonna pay for what you done. Everybody gotta get this right. And that's why I'm on y'all on everything. And everybody, it need to be the threat on everybody membership. Mine, everybody on the threat. Because we done got too comfortable. And you get too comfortable, you will be just like them. You'll be dilly-dally around up playing, and mosh pot gonna come on you. And at that point, you can't get no repentance. This the only side a man or woman can get repentance. You can't get right nowhere else. Even Jake, much of folk might not like it. Listen, I don't agree with nothing the man does. Nothing. Y'all hear me? But if that man repent, you got to grant it to him. That's in the sight of you, because a lot of folk tell me, so who can be saved? That's right. That's right. Who can be saved? That's right. That being honest, we done spent a lot of time killing each other. And there's a lot of bad preachers. It's being just bad intent. But if he bring it to you to get it right, but the main thing everyone need preaching, the pastor need to do, you better make sure your group right. I guarantee if I throw out that hit, I'll make sure everybody here. And by the time I get everybody right, I ain't gonna have time. Yeah. I ain't gonna have no time. Cause I ain't responsible for them people out there. I'm responsible for what he put here, and I'm responsible for making sure I live right and putting a mouth out here for those trying to get it. I ain't responsible for trying to take care of him. Everybody gotta make sure they got their house right. Y'all hear me? When Koski y'all got ready to die, he ain't telling to go and check nobody's house. He told me, set your house in order. Set your house in order. He ain't sent that man nowhere. Yaquara and Yehuda was separate. He didn't send him to go make sure you set your house in order. Because you going to die and you ain't going to live. And I'm going to make sure they house right. Yes, y'all hear me? Y'all up on that screen? All right, then make sure everybody got it now. Because they come down the pipe now when you ain't doing, it's going to be tight. And listen, when he done draw it out his sword now, you're going to be in trouble. I appreciate Yahuwah. I don't mind working for a man like that. Because I know he a hard man. Because let me just keep going. Just let anybody. I could have been homosexual. I could have been somebody messing with kids, man. Listen, man, ain't nobody got their own mind. You got the mind he give you. That's why you learn to appreciate, man. Some of them folks too, folks in here don't know that had them behavior before. He bring her back though. Listen, his goal is to clean everybody up. And we got to make sure we right. I'm just being, we got to clean that thing up. Listen, Hollywood done failed us. The politician done failed us. You said it, the only reason they bringing out these black rappers and everybody else because of Jeffrey Epstein and all the white folk being shown. They ain't but one reason to bring. I already knew that. That's how you do it. Take the heat off so when they start talking about white folk and they know everybody looking at white folk, Look at the black one, ain't no better. I already know why they did it. They always gonna show you out. They don't show you out until they gotta get ready to cover up something they done. Everybody gotta get right. They just show you both races wrong. Both races got problems. Both of them need to get themselves together. Folk got us something and everybody dying while they study sitting around telling lies. Then we're gonna get ready to look at what thus say Mr. Yahuwah. I appreciate them. Appreciate everybody too. I said this, y'all know Romans 15:4. So those y'all under that camera now, y'all keep thinking that camera cover you up now. You fine, go ahead. YouTube too, go ahead. However you want to dial in, use dial up. I'm sorry, give me a call. You gonna be fine. I'm telling you, he gonna find you. Make no mistake, he gonna find you. All right, we're gonna sign the Katos around. Appreciate it. All right, Romans 15:4. Let's see how we going with this. See how you see fit anyway. All right, listen.
For whatever Nikatab before.
We talked about it before. Whatever written before, what was it written for?
Nikatab Talamadus.
That's what it was written for. It was written so it can teach us. Y'all see that? And show us something. So, for what reason?
So that through endurance.
And what else?
And through the Nakum of the Ketubim.
The comfort of the writing.
We might have Tikva.
That's why I'm here. I told y'all before, that's why we're here. All this stuff here, the thing we got to consider. Now we talk about how our goal is to get to perfection. That is the ultimate goal with everything that we're trying to do. Well, let me say, now we ain't gonna try to do it in what we're doing. We'll start changing some of the verbiage. They're trying to what a lot of folk doing and they hadn't accomplished it. We hadn't accomplished the feat, but we putting in all the work that we know of a surety is gonna be done. That's a difference. By the time you're just trying, you're just putting something out there to see what works. I'm not trying to see what works. I know this works.
That's right.
I have confidence. I have full confidence in Yahuwah. I have full confidence in what he prescribed. I have full confidence that he will do everything he said, but fail and lie. That's my ultimate confidence. If I don't have that, if I didn't have it in it, I wouldn't take it and I wouldn't be serving him. Because I can't afford it. I just don't have I ain't got no time for no game. I'm too old, I'm too tired, I'm too ornery, and got too much going on. Sometimes, you know, they say old folk get grouchy. I'm grouchy, I don't have time. That's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking the same thing. I don't need all them amen in here even thinking. Too many, that's one thing I do, put all them amens out of here.
I'll put another one up.
I think they got one in every congregation. Isn't that right? So now what we're trying to do is make sure that we actually are following this thing to get it right. And this is the belief, that if the intent is right, then Alahym will do the rest. I believe that. If the intent is right, that's the thing we have to consider. And in saying that, I want to look at something, and I've said that, and it's for a reason. Let's look at something for it. The 5th chapter of the book of Yahuchanan first. Let's look at this. For a reason, I quoted somewhere to him, but I want to just make sure we y'all tell me what you think. How about that? Listen, if it ain't right, you ain't got to believe it now. Y'all got me? I want you to know, if it ain't right, you ain't got to believe it. That when he told you all they bid you to do it. He'd have never had you do nothing wrong. That make no sense. Folk they try to use that in your pastor said sleep with it. You know good and done well, there ain't nothing he to say. He was talking about how people gonna try. I know what it was. People don't pay attention. He was looking at when the people looked at, they weren't right. So if they told them something to do from the word, they weren't gonna do it because they felt like the man wasn't right. It don't make sense. I sit here and tell you to kill yourself and you supposed to do it because he said, you ain't even got common sense. He tell when they tell you to do, you supposed to obey. Why would he be telling you other than the word? He would tell you because he said they say. I'm gonna just show you how, can I just look at something real quick? Because I know people that judge 23-1. For whatever reason he had me to say Mathatyahu. And see if it makes sense. How about that? Go ahead. Mathatyahu, they call Matthew 23-1. And that word Mathatyahu means the gift of Yahuwah. Listen.
Then Yahushua spoke to the crowds and to his Talmudim, saying,
That Talmudim is taught ones. Listen.
the scribes and the parashim sit in the seat of Mushah.
Listen what he said. They sit where? In the seat of Mushah.
Yes, sir.
All right? That's a position. We know that because he told Yahushua to sit down here at my right hand till I make thine enemy that footstool. So that seat, that hold a position. That's a seat of authority. He letting you know. The only reason to tell you that because he tell you that's a seat of authority that they sit in. He said the parashim, these are the separated ones. Listen, the parashim and the who?
The scribes and the parashim.
The scribe, these are your writers. Or they might look at it like a secretary, and he was giving down the word, the order to them. These guys, they were the ones that scripted. So he said they sit in Mushah's seat. And the reason you look at that, because you look at what tribe they come from, which is Louis. Y'all got it. And you look at when Yahushua in the 10th chapter, I think in the 10th chapter book of Alah Ha Dabarym, amazingly, he told Mushah to go back up. And he told he was going to give him all the words he gave him the first time. Mushah subscribed him the second time, which would have made him a scribe. He told you, if you go back and look in the 32nd chapter, he clearly told the book of Alah Ha Dabarym, he told you when he sat down, he said he wrote those words into a book until they what? The only thing he could be was a scribe.
That's right.
Why would he be writing it unless you were scribing? Hello? Yes, sir. I mean, this ain't hard. Just think. I want you to think for a second because people are going to look at this. They're always trying to find a way to get around something. So he's looking at these people are the people that are scripting for you. These are the people that teach you what things to stay away from and declaring things to be right. So he told you the parashim, the separated one, and the scribe, the writer, these people sit in Mushah's seat. Okay? Mushah told the people to come out. Did he not? Was okay when he went up there and he went up in the book of Ulah Shemut, they call Exodus, and these are the words. When he had gone up for 40 days and the people saw he delayed his coming. Remember that? Yes, sir. And when they saw he delayed his coming, he came back down and found that the people had gotten themselves out of order. Isn't it correct? Yes, sir. Then he came down and he got on Aharon. Yes, sir. When he got on Aharon after that, he called all Louis. And he told them that who is on Yahuwah's side, what did he tell them to do? So if they were coming out from the people that had already defiled themselves. At this point, that made Mushah, guess what? A parashim, because he's separated. That's what they are. They're separatists. He said, who is on Yahuwah's side? He said, come to me.
Right.
If he said, come to him, where was he at? With the people?
No.
I'm separate from them, so who is on Yahuwah's side? You'll come to me. See, they can't put it together. I'm reading it with you. So understand the position. Got what I'm saying? These people are separatists, and these people are the people that script. And they sit in the seat of Mushah. So look at the authority. Now, what he told me to do?
So whatever they tell you,
observe
and do it.
Observe it and do it. Listen to that now. They're going to tell me, hey, man, go out there and start banging them sisters. Get you one of these little kids and sleep with them. Listen what he just told you. All that they tell you to do, he just told you to do it. Now, what they tell hey, go start telling lies. Listen to what he told you about them, how you know this couldn't be correct. Listen to what he told you next.
For they bind heavy loads and burdens on the shoulders of the Anashim.
Yes.
While they themselves are not willing even to lift with their finger.
Yes. What verse you at? You're 23 and 1. You done skipped some. I'm trying to figure out what book that man reading from. Who teach you? Who taught you?
Oh, you want me to reread script 3? Yes, sir.
You think? Go ahead.
I apologize.
That's why I'm going to get my script. I'm going to start scripting and make sure I have my stuff wrote down that time. Go ahead.
So whatever they tell you.
Listen, whatever they tell you to go sleep, go get a prostitute, go drink liquor, snort cocaine. Y'all hear that? Whatever they tell you.
Observe
and do what?
And do it.
Look at it and then do it. Y'all hear that? If that pastor said, listen, I've been looking at you. I want you to have sex with me. You're supposed to do it. Whatever they say do, you're supposed to do it. Listen to what they tell you next.
Go to the next verse?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, don't go to that verse. Finish reading what you got.
Oh,
that's what we saying.
I'm sorry. I missed the line.
Don't worry about it. I ain't missed that check. When you get through, you make sure you, as you read, you come on, put it up there. And Kerry, you come right on with him. Come on.
Only be careful.
You supposed to been cut that stuff out, Kerry. Come on.
Only be careful not to do as their deeds, for they say things, but they do not do them.
So now let's put it together. So they tell you to snort dope because they snort dope. He just said what they tell you to do, they don't do it. So which means they have to be telling you what's right. It's just they're not doing it. So does it make sense? My pastor told me to sleep with him. And the book say I'm supposed to do what he say. See, it ain't hard to put it together. Yahuwah, he tie them up every time. They're not smart. People not smart. How you gonna justify your pastor doing wrong and he's telling you wrong?
That's right.
That makes absolutely no sense.
That's right. That's right.
That makes no sense. They have to be telling you right, but they not doing it themselves. People always trying to justify something. That's how I want to get prayed by my pastor. My pastor told me to do it. I'm saved. Saved from salvation and delivered to stupidity.
Yep.
Makes absolutely no sense. He knows exactly what he's doing when he tell you what to do. They telling you what's right, it's just they don't do it.
That's right.
That's the difference. You said that? I know people, but people been trying to find a way to get out of something. My boss, he's smarter than everybody. Mm-hmm. If I was you, I wouldn't try to outsmart him no more. He only had me to get it because somebody tried to outsmart him. Mm-hmm. I know they did. Somebody just thought they got one. You'll never be smart, my boss. He's smarter than what you think. It's not hard to put that together. He don't have to literally tell you every step. Pay attention, observe, and do it. Because they tell you to do something and they don't do it. Because they're not doing what's right, but they telling you what's right, and they think they're going to be justified like you. Mm-hmm. Huh? Okay. You trying to justify yourself and not doing it because you saying he ain't right. That don't change the word.
That's right. That's right.
3 and 3 right quick. Romans 3 and 3. It don't take long. My boss is talking. Nobody getting by.
Yes, sir.
Because what they put in their mind, they justify not doing it because they're going to say he's a hypocrite. He already told you a lot of these folk be hypocrite. But it don't change the fact of the word.
That's right.
Romans 3 and 3 will bear this out. Listen.
For some of them did not amend.
See that? So some of them did not amend.
What it was in so doing.
And what it was in so doing.
Shall the unbelief of their amunah nullify the amunah of Alahym?
That nullify. Listen, you think they're just going to void that out because you don't believe it? What did he say?
May it never be.
He said, may it never be.
But let all be amat.
Let the Alahym be, let him be the truth.
And every Adam a kazab.
And every who?
Adam a kazab.
You see that? Let them be a liar. Let every man be a liar. Listen why.
As it is katab.
That's why you're going to do it. You're going to do it according. I just believe your life. You got to believe it according to what's written. That's right. See, when you start dealing with what we do in here, structure, not just here, but when you start to deal with the book, you're dealing with a structure. And when you're dealing with a structure, it's a certain way it's got to be constructed. So he's telling you, it does not matter if they don't believe. It does not nullify the word. Y'all got the word is still right. So now he's come back to tell you when you're going to say someone's a liar. You just can't tell nobody no liar. You got to do it, he said, as it is written. It's written. A lot of times y'all go throw stuff on people and it's not according to what's written. Why would he come back and tell you as it is written? Listen why.
For the sake of the Sadak in your Dabarym.
See that? For the sake of the Sadak, for the being just in your, for you, so you can be just in your words. See, a lot of stuff you say, you got to be just in your speech. And this is what happened.
And you prevail in your shafet.
See that? Now, when you judge, that's how you overcome. A lot of times, you know why we come up condemned? Because you don't look at being justified in your speech.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. I'm trying to help y'all out. And helping y'all out, I'm helping myself out. That's what you got right quick. See that the 21st chapter, I think, the book of Acts of the Shabat King. See, he done got us going a whole nother way. Let's say that 21. I might be Acts of the Shabat King, they're like Romans. Let's say that one, 21, 22, might be 22. Let's see 21. Let me see 22. Same book. Might go back to 20. Let me see 23 right quick. One more time over. Okay, let's see 23 and 1. Let's say, yeah, 23 and 1.
Shaul, looking intently at the council, said,
Hold on, you see what he's doing? Shaul, he was looking intently upon the council. Listen what he did.
Anashim and Akim,
He told Anashim and Akim.
I have halak in the completion of my law before.
Y'all see that? He listen, that man look, he done walked in the completeness of it. You see that? In the completion of it. It's done. So what's been led me to do, I've done that. Now y'all have stuff, people say, it's a stuff on my heart I need to do because you ain't been walking in the completion of it. He said, what's been led to me, I've done that. What that make him right now, a sinner? What did make him? If he ain't a sinner, come on, gotta make him Kodash, right? He just told you how he been walking. I ain't stopping. Come on, me conviction. I hadn't been doing it. He said, that's how I've been living. Come on, I want you to follow me. I ain't trying to set you up. Listen. They look at me saying, preacher trying to triple. No, I'm not. Come on.
I have halak in the completion of my law before Alahym up to this Yum.
Hold on. Before Alahym too?
Yes, sir.
How you going to be more justified than that? And he said before Alahym, up to this day. I ain't just listen, from the time. Listen.
The Rosh Kananyah commanded those standing beside him to strike him on the paw.
Y'all see him? He commanded somebody to step by and say, slap that joke in their mouth. Listen.
Then Shaul said to him,
What did he say?
Alahym is going to strike you.
You see that? Alahym going to strike you too. Why?
You whitewashed wall.
You see that? You whitewashed wall. Ain't that right? And that's how you just covering up. Listen.
Do you truly sit to mashpah me according to the Torah?
You trying to, and you truly think you sit here, you think you right to sit here and try to judge me according to the Torah? Listen what happened.
And you do command to strike me contrary to the Torah.
You see that? And you commanded somebody to hit me, and that's contrary to the Torah. You flat wrong for that. Listen.
But the bystander said there,
What did the bystander say?
do you revile Alahym, Rosh Kahan?
He said, you just revile. To revile is to speak against. So you just spoke against the Rosh Kohan? And what he say? Don't forget now, he been walking right. He been stunned. He said, now I ain't gonna lie, sometimes up, sometimes down. Sometimes I'm gonna level to the ground. He said, I've been doing this thing right before Alahym up to now. Y'all see that? That's why I know I'm right when I'm talking. Listen.
And Shaul said,
What did he say?
I was not aware, Akim, that he was Ha Kahan.
I was not aware that he was the Rosh Kohan. What difference that made?
For it is Katab.
Like the one that same one said, so you can be justified in your speech.
So,
Because it's written. What's written?
you shall not speak Rosha of your sar, of a sar of your arm.
You're not supposed to, a lot of y'all in here, you don't even know what you done.
That's right.
He said, you know what? And that man said, listen, I've been right. You ain't even been right and you've been doing it. That's your condemnation. That man said, he just get right. He said, I've been walking up right even up to this hour. I've been walking right. Before Alahym, he be witness on me if I ain't. And he said, slap that man on the mouth. Stop! He said, you slap me on the mouth and do contrary to the Torah, you whited wall, and you sat to judge me? One of the bystanders said, you just reviled Yahuwah Rosh Kohan? He said, I didn't know that. He said, I didn't. I didn't know. He said, how much it cost to make these white only pies? He looking at, this is bad. Unlike you, when you know what I'm saying? I just got it. He looking at it. He said, cause it's written. See how he live this is what we feel at. What's written. He said, let me go home, let me sit over here somewhere, let me play a song, let me get some more. That man went straight back to what? He said, the word said, you're not supposed to do that.
Yes, sir.
He said, when I done it, that did not take away his guilt. He did not say he ain't guilty because I ain't know, did he? He said, the book said that.
That's right.
He said, you're not supposed to speak evil of the ruler of your people. That man shot over you. He said, you're not supposed to do it. That's what we learned when they did against Musa. That's how we learned it. When the people spoke against him, listen, take him down. He like, kill him. That's how they learned it. They learned by example. They stood up, Korah and them stood up against him, kill him. That's how they'll learn. The people looked at, oh, we're not supposed to do that. Somebody scribe that down right quick. Do not talk Rosha about the rule. He asked him before. He said, what is Aharon? What it mean? He said, what? You ain't supposed to do that. Hold on for a second. Pick me up right quick, son. Sit at the 11th chapter of the book of Bamadbar. We don't went a whole nother way. Now, if it was up to me, I'd have went somewhere, but I got to do what my boss told me. It's written too, I got to do that. But they call it numbers, Bamadbar. That means in the wilderness. Listen.
Now the arm became like those who complain of adversity in the ears of Yahuwah.
Y'all hear that? That's what they sound like. What they sound like now?
Those who complain of adversity in the ears of Yahuwah.
Listen.
And when Yahuwah shama it, his anger was kindled, and the fire of Yahuwah burned among them and consumed some of the outskirts of the camp. The arm sayak out to Musa, and Musa palal to Yahuwah, and the fire died out. So the Shem of that Malkum was Kara to Birah. because the fire of Yahuwah burned among them.
I wanted to get when they murmured against him. What am I, 13? What happened? No, I want Korah. That'll be on down. Aharon and Marim.
That's the 12th chapter, ain't it?
12th chapter. 12th chapter. We'll leave that up there, though. We'll still leave it level. Come on, Bamadbar, 12 and 1. Listen.
Then Marim and Aharon spoke against Mushah because of the Cushite Ashah whom he had married, for he had married a Cushite Ashah.
Y'all hear what he did? Now, this is the thing right here. What did the book tell them? Let's look. How about we look at it?
That's right.
Later we'll find Torah for it. We'll go to Alah Ha Dabarym. They call Deuteronomy. See if that's the 7th chapter, 7 and 1. We'll come down through right quick. Alah Ha Dabarym. Listen.
When Yahuwah, your all, brings you into the Arats, where you are entering to possess it, and clears away many Goyim from before your Panim, the Kittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Chuitites, and the Jebusites, 7 Goyim greater and stronger than you. And when Yahuwah, your all, delivers them before your Panim, and you defeat them, then you shall utterly destroy them. You shall make no berith with them, nor show con to them. And you shall not intermarry with them. You shall not give your banuth to their banim, nor shall you take their banuth for your banim. For they shall turn your bani away from following me to serve other mighty ones.
Y'all see that? He started naming out people that they weren't later on, they weren't supposed to get with. And this is before you get to Bamadbar. Remember, they was in the wilderness, okay? So what we started finding out, lady came and set up a recommendation. So no doubt they look at what we do. People start making their own judgment call and feel like what should be done and what shouldn't be done, who should be with what, or feel like they have a position, so it allows them an ability to be able to speak and to say and do whatever they want to do. And we just come back to look at something later. This actually will come in more later when we done it. What I should have actually did was gone back to show you something a little different with Abraham. When he went, when they came down and taking him, let's see it right quick. See that 25 and 1? 25, let's see that 25 and 1. Ra Shyth. And the only reason why, because if I go to Alah Ha Dabarym, and I'll admit that, I'm a further ahead than what they were told. Okay? So let's come back and let's see how we'll still justify, because somebody's going to try to get by. I know my boss, he right. Listen.
Now Abraham added and took another Ashah.
24. 24 and 1. They call it Genesis for those watching. This is in the height beginning. This is in the beginning. Listen.
Now Abraham was old, advanced in Yamim, and Yahuwah had Barakah Abraham in all things.
Turn him up just a little bit. Can y'all hear? All right, come on.
Abraham said to his Abad,
What did he say to his Abad?
the oldest of his Beth, who ruled in all that belonged to him.
See that, the one that ruled over everything that belonged to Abraham. What did he say?
Please place your hand under my thigh,
Please put your hand under my thigh.
and I shall make you Shabbat before
And
Yahuwah.
I'm going to make you Shabat, but I'm going to make you make an oath before Yahuwah. Then what happened?
The all of the Shamayim and the all of Arat.
See that? He wanted to declare, first of all, where he ruled, what he ruled over. He ruled over all the Shamayim, and he rules over all the Arats. This is what he wanted to do.
That you shall not take an Ashah for my being from the Banuth of the Canaanites, among whom I Kai.
He said, among the people where I live at. This is what he wanted to do.
But you shall go to my country
You
and
go
to my relatives.
To my country and who?
My country and to my relatives.
And to my relative,
Yes,
which
sir.
be my mishkah. And what happened?
And take and a shah for my being Yatsakah.
It don't take long. My boss said, go back. He said, catch them. They're going to try to outsmart you. They're going to say Alah Ha Dabarym before Bamadbar, which means you're going to justify yourself and say that wouldn't fit over there because that came after. It don't take long to clean up. He caught one of y'all. Well, you're on that camera here, you don't catch that tape. He caught you.
That's
he said,
right.
go back and clean it up for him right quick.
That's right.
What you found out he came to tell you in the 7th chapter, they knew it because there was a discipline Abraham had. You saw he just told them, don't take nobody from where? Back me up. From where he don't want to take it from? Among the who?
I shall make you Shabat by Yahuwah, the all of the Shamayim and their rocks, that you shall not take in a shah for my being.
Don't take a wife for my son.
From the Benuth of the Canaanites,
From the daughters of the Canaanites,
among whom I kai.
among where I live. Y'all ain't gonna believe where the Cushites was with it. They would have been among us too. That referred to a region too, the Ethiopians and Mizraim, all those people dwelt together. They were also in Mizraim. Let's go back and look at that 12th chapter, book of Bamadbar. Listen.
Then Marim and Aharum spoke against Mushah because of the Cushite Ashah whom he had married.
See that whom he had married. Where you think he went? You think he went somewhere and got her? She dwelt right there among them. She dwelt right there among them. Where you think he got them from? Hello? She dwelt right there among them.
That's right.
And Abraham dwelt right among the Canaanites too. And he clearly told them, don't get one of these people for mine. Don't get them for my son. Go back to my Abba Beth. That's where he wanted to get them from. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hold what you got right quick. Pick me back the book of Romans. Chapter 7 right quick.
Yes, sir.
Let's say 7. Hold on. 7, 8. 1 Corinthians. Let's say that 1 Corinthians 7 and 1, I think is what I want. 1 Corinthians, say that 7 and 1. Listen.
And to that matter which you katab unto me, behold, it is too for a ish not to touch in a shah.
Y'all see that? It's good for a man not to touch a woman. But what happened?
But because of the Zanuth,
Because of fornication.
let every ish have his own ashah.
That's why he told you get the touch now, you're gonna wind up fornicating. You got to
right.
I can do it on fornicate. That's because you gay. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you what happened to him. I'm telling y'all, he ain't gonna be wrong. Mm-hmm. That's how I did it, and I ain't committed something new. He said, because you gay. Mm-hmm. Huh? Now you tell women, you talk once she keep walking, talking. I said, I ain't know you were gay. Oh, I was gonna win. You know, man, hey, I done hollered and folk done heard me. I was like, hey, I didn't know you were gay. I said loud, they hear it too. They be, oh goodness, better do right. Now you could, I wouldn't do that today. She said, you blanking skipping. Isn't that right? Hurt your feelings. Man, around pull one of them jammers out the trunk. Thing be dragging the floor, all scrubbed up, got dirt on the tip. Better get your behind back. Don't fool with them now. She pulled that thing and got dirt on it and done been dragging the ground. They better shut your mouth out. Right. Listen, something wrong with y'all people. Listen what he told them. Listen.
And each ashah is to have her own husband.
Y'all hear that? He told, now every man supposed to have his own wife and every woman supposed to have her own husband. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Listen what happened.
Let the husband render to his ashah by his duty, and also the ashah to her husband.
Y'all hear what they do? That man supposed to get to that woman supposed to get to that man. What happened?
The ashah does not have in her authority of her own basar.
Y'all hear that? A woman don't have her own authority. I went a little further than I want to go. He said that woman don't have her own authority that she can tell that man no. Did y'all know that? Oh, I know what you're saying. I can do it, I know, and you ain't gonna believe it. That's because you're a transgressor.
Yep.
See, let me tell you again, guess what we just hit on now? Now you just hit on something you need to realize something. This is where Romans 3 and 3 come in again and 4. See, you ain't gonna believe it. What if some did not believe? Mm-hmm. What if some, you don't believe it? That's why you ain't done it. And you ain't gonna believe it. And when you open your mouth, that's why you can't be justified in your sin.
Yep.
And that's why you can't overcome when you judge. Hello?
Yes, sir.
All right now. I'm trying to help y'all out. That man need to be like Boy Joy, but he can't because of you. What y'all know about Boy George? Come, a chameleon.
That's right.
That man need the boy joy. And you sit here and you see that and you can't be overcome when you judge. That's
right.
You've been condemned. Listen, I'm gonna help y'all out. Listen, we read this together.
That's right.
No, I said something humorous. I'm trying to get us to see something through the authority of Yahuwah, how we condemn a lot of time we do stuff. Because in your mind you're justified, but you're not justified. He just told you she does not have that authority over her body. That authority go over him. That authority belongs to him. That's what happens when you get married. That's how women look at, this today, this, that dress. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get left for that dress. I'm going to do this. You better get naked for that man. He tell you to get naked, get naked. He said you don't have no authority. This is my body. Right there, you just transgress. And that's why. And guess what? Now, guess what happened to you, Mamash part? Jesus, I mean, God the Father, I thought, he said, he said, I'm not surprised you talk like that, because you don't obey nothing anyway.
Yeah.
And guess what? Now, this is what we're trying to make sure you overcome when we're judged. And you're going to be condemned because you don't understand language. He just told you you don't have, what does that mean you don't have authority? If it's a door there, it's an authorized person only. If you're not an authorized person, what that mean? You don't have the authority going. You don't have the authority. He just told you on your body. That's unauthorized. You don't have that. You gave that up when you took a husband. Guess when they want to find out there, Boston? When we're to marry me. You dating when you find out. You supposed to know that. You don't have no authority in your body. He got it. And preacher can't call that off. Preacher, they trying to act like they Scarface. Call your dog off, Sodom. They can't call the dog off. Can't call the dog off. That's yours. Once you got a husband, that's yours. They trying to figure, look at the, that's yours. I can't do nothing with that. You don't have authority. You just lost that. All that authority you had, that's when you was a Banu. When you was a Bethula. When you were right for it, then you have authority. I ain't ready to be picked. You know, once you done got picked, once that man done choose a lover, that's it. That's it. Draws off. Throw the bra in the trash. It be time I can't override that. I got to do the same thing. Like, listen, I would not that you had done it then. And that's just being honest. It's stuff you need to know, and people don't know. And the whole time you're a transgressor. Hello? Saying he want that, but since we went, he need to put out. It done gone out, and I can't take it back.
Yeah.
Whatever. Romans 3 and 4 shot you, so you can be overcome when you judge. Mm-hmm. See, that's what Shaul looked at. He looked at, I can't keep running my mouth. I just found that man in Ra Shyth. He said, the writing said that. He said, when I did it, I ain't know. He said, but the writing said, I wasn't supposed to revile the ruler. He said, that man shot over. He said, I didn't know that. He said, and I wasn't supposed to do it.
That's right.
And you ain't gonna believe it. Guess what we do? You know what he did? He quit and gave up. All he did said, this what the word said, this what I gotta do. That's what you do when you hear what the word said. That's what you do. First thing I look, I ain't gonna be saved. You ain't with that stupid mentality. You gotta. That's what you do. We make a judgment. The whole book is about wrongs. It's about more wrong than any right. They already got so many wrong, so you can see what's right. Listen, do the opposite. Everybody just about them rent. Everybody you have do the opposite. Do the opposite of what they did. Don't do that. They had that book here. They had a thing there. Don't do this blank right here. Y'all remember that? Don't do this right here. Don't do it. When you see these folks who screwed up, don't do that. That's what you don't do that. That's what the book trying to show you. Then he show you the repercussion for people that did. They give you even 4 more warning. These people died when they done it. So it don't make no sense to do it. Not saying if I want to live. Hello? Okay, listen. Hold on, your mic won't even on. That man is steady going, but
in the authority of her husband.
See that? In the authority of her husband. Come on.
And so also the husband does not have any.
All right, let's go. We'll keep We'll start preaching. We'll start throwing now. I got to hit that too. See, I ain't want to get it. I wish not it said it. I wish not it said it. I ain't went time. What that is? You call me ugly? That's a beautiful spirit. You got to get it right now. See that? Looking at that. Everybody got to get it. Listen.
And so also the husband does not have in his authority of his own basar, but in the authority of his ashah.
That's tight. He got to look at it too. That's right. That ain't going to do it. Ain't that right? He going to go and get that Viagra. Just lay there and look pretty. I do just cut a broomstick, just tie it around a broomstick, just look pretty, just stay there, just look down. I'm trying to get up down. That's all I can do. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Got to net it to a stick. Just do what you can do. Then later, have mercy, have mercy. That's it. That's tight right now, boy. Woo! Well, we gotta pray now. They get all right. Let's go. That's the book. That's for everybody. Let's say we function better, and you know it's good that when you understand, just like when you're connected to Yahuwah, the book declared, the writings of further declare that you're not your own. You've been bought with a price, and people don't realize that how it first come into play. When a man married a woman, he had to give a dowry for her. Yeah, that's another way, because it's just like he told you, you're not your own, you bought with a price. A man had to pay for her. Your code, he worked for them women. They weren't free. He paid for them. They sat down and want to know what you asking for. So they paid for them, and they had some investors say, knew this man purchased me. Yahuwah did the same thing, he purchased you. So all this thing, it also translates over from the marriage. If you don't understand the dynamics of marriage, you don't understand the dynamics of the relationship with Yahuwah. I'm being honest with you, don't. That's why a lot of stuff that we do as husband and wife becomes dangerous, and it becomes critical because you have to understand the relationship. It's more than just a sex partner and somebody split 50-50 on bills and stuff like that. It's more than that. You have to understand the relationship. The man has to understand the care. He has to understand the responsibility. He has to understand the foresight. He has to understand the protection for it. And he has to understand he has to be willing to give himself. He ain't ready to do it. He just ready to do almond joy. Sometimes he feel like a nut, sometimes he don't. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's it. They're being honest. A lot of them don't understand all the responsibility of marriage. They just know, I'm getting married. It's way more than that. I ain't got to burn no more. But now you got to burn in Sheol. Because you ain't doing right by them. That's just being honest. You got to understand. Man got to understand the kid. You got to have him to get a wife. They just think, no, it's stuff you got to do for a wife. Don't y'all know the book said a man that have a wife, he care for the things of the world?
That's right.
How he can please her. That stuff y'all put this stuff, I'll leave you. I ain't even married to you. You can't do that. I'm just saying, a lot of stuff you can't do that. I ain't teaching you to go put yourself, and a woman shouldn't want her to put herself out if she know to kill him. That's just been a certain thing you shouldn't want to do. Certain things you shouldn't. Why I want to see if somebody kill themselves? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So you can have everything. Well, they say a man he kept the things of the world. You scary. You scary. Something wrong with you. Why you want to see somebody kill? You want the man to go kill himself, give you everything, and you want time. Most women selfish. Now, I ain't talking about mine when I say that. I'll be clear with it. I tell you if it is, that ain't mine. She don't want everything. She don't want me to kill myself. Nope, I appreciate that too. But a lot of time women they want to get everything. You chase the stuff after somebody else. Learn to get the quality things. When you stretch that man, you put all that man ball down, and he break down, he die, what you gonna do then? Ain't nobody else gonna get it. They gonna look at that nigga laying there and looking like that. That's that man killed himself. Look around all that crying around somebody. Hey, man, they be like, them joke on light. I ain't got no letter to read. Ain't looking. Anybody looking for a wife? No, don't do that, man. You gotta consider prayer. Don't put nobody out like that. Same thing with a man. Man shouldn't want to have a wife all built, hair white, looking all ragged and all that stuff. Man, don't make no sense. Some stuff no, don't make no sense. That's a woman. A woman want to feel nice. A woman want to put on some perfume. Like Andy Griffith said, she want to look purty. You know right? A woman look purty. Yeah, a woman want to look like that. Look all stink. Man, tell her, go ahead and put some of that catfish spray out quick when I go, man, put on. Man, all them cats chasing her down the street, man. Come on, man, get it with some stuff. Put that one on some docent. Man, you gonna put that stuff on her. Man, deal chasing that wire down the street. She on a bike running for her life. Man, stop it. No, woman wants stuff. You gotta think about that. Man, you get a wire, you can't get nothing, leave her alone. That's right. That's just being, she wants something. You want something too, don't you? You know, she ought to put a thing all on the drawer down there. You want something on there. Yeah, right on the bra. You want something, you want something, you want something. Everybody wants something. It's how you treat folk. And you're going to get them, you treat folk right or leave them alone. That's just being, I'm about to get nobody, get on there and stuck them all up in the door and stick them in the cone like a doing broom. And then come out when you want to sweep something. Isn't that right? One want to get out, one want to do something. So they just go sit right here on the couch. Your booty print done shot through there, ain't nothing but metal in that thing. Well, you ain't got your behind off for it. Every time, burn, they done shot you in the butt. Yeah, woman, that's a woman. That's right. That man tired of eating out that bag. That man want to eat off a plate. Everything paper plate. Everything, man, come on, all that paper. Man, them niggas out there, they not sleeping with the Benjamin. What that move was? All that paper in there. Y'all be working out there where they print money at. Get these folks, man, let that man eat off a plate. Get that man a spoon. Man, right, man, tired of eating out a Tupperware bowl. I know these women trying to be convenient. Oh, man, got plastic. Man, stay sick. So got to go join the Fantastic Four, all that plastic stuff again. Get that man a fork. Man, need a fork. Man, need to sit down and eat. Man, need a hot plate. Y'all all right? Oh, you don't feel like washing no dishes. That go, man, that spoiled them. Yeah, put your hand there. Get your little dove on your hand. Some of that Dawn, palm olive. And you don't scratch that man private part of old rusty hand. You don't put no listen on now. Man, bad man get hair secretly. Why you gonna tell? Put on some gloves. like Michael Jackson. You get yourself together. We just talking. I'm like Mike Tyson. I like to do a lot of talking. I know, Kayla, you sick, Kayla. Yeah, that's it. We just talking. I like to do a lot of talking. Yeah, folks gotta know how to treat each other, man. They're more too married to getting somebody and shoving up somewhere and do something. You gotta grow now. You gotta grow. Don't be just going picking out bits and parts of what I'm saying. Like he said, low icon. Don't be picking up 1, 2 things. Make sure you're doing everything you need to do too now. That he's also said, he said, I come in the volume of the book. Now how you ain't doing nothing? You're only doing one little smidgen of the book, trying to command something. Shut your mouth. Mm-hmm. He said, I come in the volume. And he said, that's the fullness of the book. So you make sure you walking in the fullness of it. And what's right gonna be right. He gonna make sure you be done right. A lot of times it's us. Because we always trying to find a way to get around stuff instead of make sure we getting into something. And that's the right thing. Y'all got it? Don't be scared of marriage. Ain't nothing wrong with marriage. Folks just get in and do right. Once you learn your role and everybody operate to the role, you find you have a lot less problems.
That's right. That's
problem
right.
gonna come in, you're gonna come in when somebody ain't doing what they supposed to do. And when they ain't, that's when you come back and see what's justified. That's what the book say. And when you start laying it down, make sure you walking according to.
That's right.
Ain't no white judge talking about, are you doing everything you're supposed to do? It's just like that. You ain't supposed to revile them now. The husband is the head of the wife. That's all right. That's something you're supposed to be doing. It ain't your job to correct your husband. And your job to make sure you follow whatever right, Yahuwah gonna do it.
That's right.
And out of the cup, he told the man, if any obey not the word, they also supposed to be one without the word. When it come down to one, it ain't your job to try to get a man no word. He supposed to behold your chaste conversation, covered with fear. That's how he supposed to do. Who's adorning? Told you let it not be the outward adorning, or plaiting the hair, wearing a gold. Supposed to be the hidden man of the heart.
That's right.
Man, see you how you walk and keep your mouth closed, how to follow him. Instead you keep jumping, chop off the mouth all the time. That's not no hidden man. That exposed nigga. That's that wild baboon nigga done come at you. Ain't no one supposed to do that. So you supposed to have a meek and a quiet spirit. Ain't that right, man? Your spirit supposed to be a church mouth.
That's right.
Creep in and out. So I just get pissed, I get mad, you ain't trying to live right. You got a mind to live right. It's certain thing you ain't got no business doing. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Ain't got no business men treating each other. It don't make no sense.
That's right.
I just been there. That don't make no common sense.
Nope.
Hello? Now I apologize to my wife. I knew I heard that. I ain't had to apologize. I been mistreating her now. That don't make common sense. That do that. That man said, man, I do that. That means I don't love myself.
That's right.
A lot of y'all don't even realize. A lot of y'all mean you don't love yourself. You think you do. You don't love yourself. I ain't talking about masturbate. You don't love yourself. Man, talking about man don't love himself. He don't love his wife.
That's right.
That's what we learn. Man, this ain't no. You can't be part-time with this. Nobody. You got to be all the way with it. And we were talking about one thing, we done jumped on something else now. Jump on down to that 10 right quick. It's still the same word. Listen right quick, 10 verse.
Yes,
So we
sir.
know how to get through with this and move on back. They said he was doing good one time. I'll be back doing good again. Let's see what happened.
But to the married I command, yet not of myself, but by the da'ath of the Adon,
Listen what he said.
that the Ashah should not depart from her husband.
Y'all hear? He said a woman not supposed to leave her husband. Tell him what happened, son.
But if she is indeed separated from him,
What he saying?
let her remain without a ish.
Because he knows some cases you can't stay there. Don't let nobody tell you no lie. Tell me, it's a sin to leave. I don't know where you got that from. He just told her not to. He just gave him an alternative. He said, but if she do, she got to remain unmarried. Or do what?
Or be reconciled to her husband.
So that how they going to make sense if she ain't supposed to, he going to tell her to be reconciled. Because in cases where you can't live with folks.
Yeah.
There folks that say sometimes women stay in the wrong stuff too long, they get abused. A lot of times, them tell you, I've been with you, men have a time to where you can overrun your authority or you don't appreciate what you got, you make a mess out of it. I'm just betting we make a mess out of stuff now. We can tab some stuff. We do some dumb, stupid stuff now. And men, we do some good, dumb, stupid stuff. That's why, man, we got to be chasing. We got to understand, just like you over your wife, somebody over you too. That's why a lot of men, I'm telling you something, a lot of y'all women just watch your husband. It'd be hard for him. He make it way hard because he make it way hard with his wife. Mm-hmm. Yahuwah make it way hard for him too. And he'll have no wife. He just be praying, I don't know what gonna like stuff be a gimme. You make it hard for your wife. Yahuwah say, I make it hard for you. See, they don't realize you got somebody over you too. That we gotta consider. See, a lot of them don't realize that. See, he ain't getting away. He be steady praying. Yahuwah back that junk down. Get that junk out of him. He said your prayers hindered.
That's right.
You don't know how to treat your wife. See, if a man, let me tell you what made me do right by my wife. It ain't her. It's the fact that it is. I gotta get it. Y'all, how many of y'all be looking when y'all ask me to pray for y'all? Y'all looking for me to get through. I gotta treat my wife right. Otherwise, I ain't no use of going down there. I ain't gotta think about it. I know I ain't doing right, but the memos count no more. He said, man, we not that stupid. I know you ain't that stupid. He'll tell you, boy, you ain't that stupid. You ain't that stupid, I know. That man told me I'm doing with her according to nada. He said, man, your prayers hindered. You ain't gonna believe what that mean. I like him, I don't even know you. He said, that's right, that's sin, because you supposed to dwell with according to knowledge. So you just say you don't know it, so you ain't even got knowledge. That be sin too. Mm-hmm. That's what he said. You supposed to dwell with him according to knowledge. He said, so your prayer don't be hindered. Hello? Because if I don't know, I'm gonna be doing stuff that's gonna aggravate the sin. He said, you know it, then you know how to dwell with him. That's how you supposed to do. Listen, I'm trying to help us out. Yahuwah trying to help us out for some reason. So we get this stuff right. So we can get this right. Now he gonna go down and he gonna talk about a woman and her getting married again and she getting another one. And he gonna start talking about it. Matter of fact, jump on down about 32, 34 right quick. Let's see what it says. What's the last verse? 39? 37? 40? All right, pick it up about 36. We'll just see what he's talking about. We done talked about that. But I work on this thing about that marriage. I ain't scared of it.
Yes, sir.
I ain't scared of nothing in that book.
That's right.
Yeah, that book right.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, at best case, all they can do is get me right.
That's right.
That's the best case, isn't that right? At worst case, he can close my eye, don't let me see nothing, and keep going and be right in my own eye, and I go to Sheol. So the correction comes, I take it, because I know that's what it's there for. So I ain't know that. He said, well, now you know it. He said, now what you gonna do once you know it? You learn that what folks do here. I gotta start to, that's the word. What about it? I wanna be saved. This only for people want to be saved too. I tell somebody, I gotta do that. No, you ain't. I'll be telling you a lie. You ain't trying to be saved. If I was you, I wouldn't even do it. That don't make, why would I worry about doing that? I ain't even trying to be saved. That makes no sense. That's why I wouldn't go try to teach it to no man on the street. Man ain't live right, he smoking a cigarette, getting drunk, whole month time. Man, you need to treat your wife right. Man, you doing a great job. That man trying to live right. What I'm trying to put on him? Come on, what is that gonna do for him? Right. What about the drinking and the lying?
Right.
What about all the other stuff?
Yep.
And then I'm gonna nail on him about how he supposed to treat his wife. Man, leave that man alone. See, that's what happened. That's what I'm learning with us. I wasted too much time on y'all with stuff. Listen, if you ain't trying to do all that book, I'm not gonna waste no more time on you. It don't make sense. Cause I can't help you. You killing time. We're gonna get right. We're gonna get right because we're gonna make sure we do all of it. Everything he aligned, when I say, now, come on. When I said it, let me be clear now. There are things that we don't do now by subscription that he's given us, or they transferred over like circumcision. That is not a mandatory of the foreskin, but it definitely circumcision of the heart. So circumcision is still very much in effect. We just circumcised the law now. Y'all got it? So circumcision ain't went nowhere. Hello? All right, that's what you do when you start getting up behavior, things you love. What you doing? You're pulling off those things. Just like when you circumcise, so you pull them out. So circumcision, don't go tell nobody, don't go tell that lie. How circumcision is not still in effect? When you had to take things, you had to cut things away from your lifestyle. That you're circumcising. So don't go tell that lie time. No, we don't believe in no circumcision. You're a transgressor. Don't you be telling them lies. We do believe in circumcision. Y'all got it? Okay, listen. And you know, now, before they did it, what day they did it on?
Hey,
You know when we do it? He said, the day we hear the word. He said, don't harm your Lord. Y'all supposed to circumcise that day. I said, I circumcised as soon as I heard the word. Hello? Abraham, you know, when Abraham did it get a day that Abraham did it? Abraham, that man about almost 100 years old. He couldn't have done the 8th day. You know when he did it? When he heard the word. That's when I circumcised. If your heart, if you still covered up doing what you're supposed to, so you ain't heard the word. Y'all got it? So listen, we still on point. All right? Listen.
and if a ish says that he did in his Bathula bath, not as protection if she passes her time, so he needs something to do for her as he wants, he does not kata, let her marry.
Come on. Come on, that reads so different. Come on.
But he who stands
You talk about a
steadfast,
man having a woman that's a Bethula. Some people can be good together and they don't come together sexually. They just good at companions. But if that woman, he find that woman looking at, I ain't just trying to be holding no hand. I'm trying to get busy. You know what I'm saying? I done heard some Marvin Gaye, let's get it on. Yes, then he said, now you take that woman. Then he said, you ain't sinning. You can go ahead and you do that. Y'all got it? There's some people believe not get married and they don't come together sexually. You get older people, sometimes they old, they just companionship. And their agreement, we get married for the companionship, so it ain't wrong for us to be together, but not sexually. She put that male, that movie, she put that male, and said, ooh, baby. That's it. She tell she hot like an oven. Like she finna start slinging some Papa John pieces in there. Yeah, you had to do something. Hello? Because you done took her, but yet y'all ain't came together, she's still a Bethula because you hadn't took her. So he said, but if a man take her because she said she want to go ahead and get busy, he said you ain't sinned. Y'all got it? Because you got to remember, you don't have authority. It don't make sense when we just told you about authority. Okay, she said she want to do it. You don't have authority, you married. You still got the symbolism of the marriage. So she decided, y'all said we ain't, but then she said, listen, I'm hot and I'm ready. Ain't that right? And you got her, she want them hot pocket. Hot pocket. So he said, you go ahead. He said, you ain't sin. Go ahead.
but he who stands steadfast in his law
See that? But he that stands steadfast in the law.
is not forced, that if he can do as he wants and decides this in his law
Yeah.
to keep his Bathula, he shall do well.
See that? He said he can keep her and leave her virgin and he can stay steadfast, don't take her. He said, you do well. I'm sick. I ain't gonna be able to make it. Just tell him now. I get 109, I'm gonna find something to do. If I don't do it, just stare at it, just pull my eyes out, throw my glasses down there. I gotta find something to do. I like Malcolm X down there, can't be, I'm a man! I'm a man! Start shooting I gotta do something. Yeah, something wrong with y'all people. Y'all ain't gonna get me off though. Go ahead.
Therefore, he who gives her in marriage does well, and he who does not give her in marriage shall do well than him.
See that? He can do better. Come on.
And a Shah is bound to her husband by the Torah.
Pay attention. A woman, about y'all, how many of y'all forgot why we came over here? Hand. Okay, good. I didn't. Go ahead.
Every time that he lives,
Y'all hear that? A woman is bound by the law. What happened? A woman is bound by the law to that husband.
Every time that he lives.
As long as he lives. What happens, son?
and when her husband is moved,
When her husband dies,
she is allowed to be married to whom she who she desires.
y'all hear that woman? When that husband dies, she can marry who she will. Whoever she want to pick. Gonna get the conclusion of the whole matter.
Only that she is in the Adon.
Come on, son, don't take that long. Let's jump back over to the 12th chapter right quick. Listen.
Then Marim and Aharon spoke against Moshe, saying,
What they say?
the Cushite Ashah whom he had married, for he had married a Cushite Ashah. And they said, has Yahuwah spoken only through Moshe?
That's what they looking at. They start looking at now. So they don't agree with what he done. They looking at what they can do too. They start looking at that. He ain't the only one now. He done spoke by me because Marim was what they would call, she was a Nabia. She was a prophetess, they would call it. Ain't that right? And Aharon, he made him his Nabal. So they looking at, he ain't just spoke by them now. He done spoke by us too. So what happened?
Has he not also spoken through us?
Oh yeah, for the record, why when he told her when a woman can marry who she will only in Yahuwah, that's the same thing Abraham told. That's why he sent him back to his Abba house. See, his son can marry who he will, just as long as it come out of his father's house. That's all Shaul was doing. He was just coming second with Abraham. That's why I know what Abraham said. Mushah was in between. It's the same thing. Come on, that's all he was doing. She can marry who she will, but you gotta go back and get him from his Abba house. You missed that though, didn't you? That's how he told him. If you're gonna get one, you got to go back to the Abba house and get him. They looking at where he got this one from. Let's see how that work out for him. Listen.
Has he not also spoken through us? And Yahuwah Shama it.
And he heard it. Listen.
Now the Ish Mushah was very humble, more than any Ish who was on the Pani of the Arats.
I don't know what them for time. You know what I'm saying? He done killed somebody. I don't mean he ain't humble. He was a meek man still, more than anybody else. Oh, he said more than any man where?
On the Pani of the Arats.
Because you know what they looking at? They looking at how consistent the man was and how he dealt when it came down to Yahuwah. He found that man, looked at the man was meek. Man humbled himself. And when he came up to see, he told the man, said, take off your shoes off your regal. So the place you stand on, this Kudash. Mushah, see that? He looked at the man real meek, he humble. Hello? Yes, sir. Sometimes to get rough with people at the end of the day, you got to take what the writer said. Said the man real meek. Hello? Come on.
Suddenly Yahuwah said to Mushah and to Aharon and to Marim,
What did he tell him?
you three come out to the tent of appointment.
Come
so
on.
the three of them came out.
Y'all know why I call it appointment? Because you're supposed to appear there at a certain time. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. Why y'all think we set these times y'all be a server? These appointments.
That's right.
How many of y'all go to the doctor? Sometimes they give you their little card. You ain't gonna believe what they write on there, and it say on the card. That's the next time you're supposed to appear.
That's right.
So he told them to come to the place that was appointed. See, a lot of times y'all miss a lot of stuff. Y'all what they look at? He said, come back to the place y'all appointed to. Come on.
Then Yahuwah came down in a pillar of cloud and stood at the doorway of the tent. And Yaquara, Aharon, and Marim,
What he told them?
when they both came forward. He said, Shama now my Dabarym.
He wanted them to hear intelligently his words. Come on.
If your Nabi is of Yahuwah, I
Yeah.
shall make myself known to him in a kazun.
Y'all hear that? He said, if your Nabal, if he is of Yahuwah, then I make myself known to him in a dream. A kalamu. That's how I make myself. If it's a Nabal, that's how he get it. What happened, son?
I shall speak with him in a kalamu.
And I will speak to him in a dream.
Now so with my Abad Mushah,
Not so. Not so when it comes to Mushah now. Not so. Listen.
he is Amunah in all my best.
See that? He was faithful in all my house. Listen.
With him I speak pa to pa, even openly,
Y'all
and
see that? And what?
not in Kashak sayings.
You see that? Not in dark sayings. See, sometimes in the bar they got there, when they spoke, it was said to be dark sayings. And we kind of look at that even when it came down to Abraham, when he had fallen asleep. Abraham, see, he was a Nabar too. When Alahym spoke to him, he spoke to him too in a dream. And he sat there, he saw about how I suffered, how we were going to be in Misraim for 400 years, 42 to dog. He saw that in a dream. And matter of fact, he said, Kashak had come over too when he seen it. He said, I speak to him in Kashak. Y'all got it. It's kind of mysterious how he speaks to him. He said, not with Mushah. So I talked to him mouth to mouth. That's how I talked to him. And what happened?
And he beholds the form of Yahuwah.
Y'all see what he said? And he gonna behold the form of Yahuwah. Listen.
So why were you not afraid to speak against my Abad, against Mushah?
Listen. When I talk to you, you somewhere asleep. This man woke and everybody hear me talking to him. He said, you weren't scared to sit here and you go against this man? He said, you weren't scared to sit here and say something against this man? So what you think that mean when he told them people that they said in Mushah's seat? You see why he looked at them folk? You just do what they tell you.
Yeah.
You need to be afraid to say it because the position, what they're holding.
That's right.
Come on.
So the anger of Yahuwah burned against them, and he departed.
See that? That's what you got to be careful about. It go down and Ken tell you about how he struck her down with leprosy. But the point of the matter is you come back to start to look at what these people understood. And for a lot of time we do so. It ain't about trying to get a reverence for myself. It's about this is the tactic we're trying to do. We're trying to attack the stupidity of what we've done or why we have not as a whole accomplish obtaining Ra Shyth. So when you start going back over the letters, the writings, over the Kitabim, the writings, then you start to consider some things that you can start seeing bullet points of where you had your failure at and why you're stagnated in your growth and why things don't happen for you, because you find where your fault's at and you look at, you shouldn't have made that your fault. That shouldn't have been a fault, because this is a problem. Because now you don't know the order, and this is the same thing he did when he put the people in after he moved Yaquara out of their land in Shamron. He started to destroy the people. Y'all remember why? Because they didn't know the order. So you don't believe it. He gonna kill you because you don't know the order. Go figure. It ain't about me. It's about the order. And see, when you understand him and you give reverence to the order, that's when he give you the baraka. Mm-hmm. The reason you don't get it, because you don't understand the order. Hello? That's amazing. Shaul told you, custom to whom custom. Tribute to whom tribute. He told you, owe no man nothing. You ain't gonna believe it. They dreaming about money. He's talking about when it come down to the order or the reverence of what you do, certain things you shouldn't be doing it. Hello?
Right. That's
I'm
right.
just being honest with you. It's certain stuff you just shouldn't be doing it. But a lot of times we become comfortable because of association with other people, other things we hear, and we follow other practices of other people. A lot of things is not good for us to do. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
And the more we're learning, the better we're going to get. That's just man. The more we hear, the better we'll get. But right now, we start to see where we're more or less stagnated at. So, when it come down to these things, we're trying to fix a lot of the behaviors that we have. Y'all got it? We were talking about that marriage thing. Let's just throw something out here right quick. Yaquara, 15:16. Make it 15. We need a little heat in that. They call it Leviticus. Yaquara. 15:16. So we kind of hit on that marriage thing. We kind of jumped off out of here out of nowhere like that. Listen.
And if any ish seed,
Hold on. If any ish,
seed of copulation goes out from him,
y'all hear that? If any man's semen go out from him,
he shall bathe all his basar in mayim and shall be unclean until evening.
what they tell you supposed to wash your private part?
His flesh.
What they do? Just wash around that area, they ain't wash. I mean, it's just an order. And you need to know that. He's supposed to bathe all his flesh if the seed go out from him. And he's supposed to be unclean.
Until evening.
So if I have sex in the morning, so how long I be unclean? So I'm supposed to come in here for service? Hello? I'm asking y'all a question. I'm supposed to be unclean until the evening. So would that be proficient? Would that be efficient for me? See, it was certain things that start looking at order, and a lot of stuff we don't pay attention to order. Because we get comfortable, we start looking, we trying to figure. He got an order for a reason. Okay, trying to help y'all out. He said, if any man, if the seed of copulation come out from that man, and he told that man he unclean to the evening. And he supposed to bathe his whole flesh in water. Y'all know that? That's tight. Because when they stuck Yahuchanan inside, you ain't gonna believe what came out. Dumb in water. You ain't gonna believe what's in semen. You ain't gonna believe what they did with his body. They washed his body and they put it up. Because it was getting toward the evening. See, you don't even know. I know, you don't know the order. You don't know the order. Why would you know it? You don't care. We started one time, y'all might have had y'all sit outside there?
Yeah.
I saw it, let's look. How about it? Since we're over here, let's talk about it. Let's clean up everything. It's gonna be better for us to be right than to be guessing.
Yeah.
I guarantee you I ain't gonna go to Sheol if I do it right.
That's right.
I guarantee you I'm gonna go to Sheol if I get it wrong.
That's right.
All right, listen.
As for any garment or any skin on which the seed of copulation shall be on it,
Just put it back on and wear it.
it shall be washed with mayim, and it shall be unclean until evening.
Anything it got on, he says unclean. It's unclean to the evening. Now we got something right where he said, don't worry about it, throw it out the door, then that's different. But I ain't read it. Oh, they looking now. Let's look, come on.
And a Shah with whom a Ish lies with her with a seed of copulation, they shall both bathe in Ma'im, and they shall be unclean until evening.
See, she ain't gonna take no bath, she good. So that ain't me that him. She supposed to bathe her flesh too. That seed that one from, he says unclean. He said it's unclean. He said just go ahead and just wash your flesh. See, y'all gotta remember something. When Adon saw us, and he talking about when he said he saw her and he called her Isha. Why he say call her Isha? And he called her bone of what? Of the spirit, bone of head bone. And what did he call her? That's what he's looking at. That stuff flesh. He said that stuff flesh. It's certain thing he give you. He said, but I be honest with you, to me, it's unclean. Yahuwah declared to be unclean. And because he declared to be unclean, it's things he gave to us because you flesh. You heard what? That's amazing. We just read. Look what we just read in 1 Corinthians 7th chapter. He just talking about a man having a son. He said, listen, if you take her, he said, you ain't did nothing wrong. You take her and she show herself that that's what she want to do. He said, but a man that keep himself, he said, you do better. Is that what we read in 1 Corinthians? Now, some read, we done jumped all the way over here. See, this is what I'm trying to help out. It's a lot of order, and he only give it to her for a reason to start cleaning up stuff. I wasn't even talking about no man. I don't know how we got him, but since we him, let's just see what he said. Let's listen.
When an Asha has a discharge,
She have a discharge. It's not a venereal disease either. I think it's called NIDA for the woman. I think it's N-I-D-D-U. Why am I thinking N-I-D-D-U-A-H? I think it is. Let's say one. N-I-D-D. I think it's U-A-H. Listen.
if her discharge in her basar is dam, she shall be in her menstrual impurity for 7 yamim.
That's it. How long?
7 yamim.
7 yamim. Listen.
And anyone touching her shall be unclean until evening.
Y'all hear that? Anyone touching him, he ain't gonna be unclean until the evening. Y'all hear that?
Yes, sir.
When a woman her discharge, we learn a whole lot of stuff, ain't we? He said, everybody touch you unclean till the evening. Listen.
Everything also on which she lies on it during her menstrual impurity shall be unclean, and everything on which she sits on it shall be unclean.
You remember I just told y'all about that on Come She Layla?
That's right.
When he came in and searched, what she told him. She asked him to forgive her. She said, cause she was on her needle. So he looked at her, I'm not touching her. And you remember, you read, what they told you he was in there doing? No, it told you he was feeling around. He was trying to find his Alahym, and she said, forgive me. She said, I'm in that time. I'm not touching that. She said, why don't get up? I also look at two women wear drawers, so they'll bleed through on everything. Let's see if we pick this up if it makes sense. Listen.
Anyone who touches her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe in Ma'im, and he shall be unclean until evening.
Listen.
Anyone touches anything on which she sits on it shall wash his clothes and bathe in Ma'im, and shall be unclean until evening.
Listen.
Whether it be on the bed or on the thing on which she is sitting on it.
So we see why he talking about it. Anything she done bled on. He just tell you whether it be on the thing, so you know he talking about what her dom came out on. They ain't had no maxi pad back there. They ain't had no little white woman jump around with no Tinkerbell suit like this. Ain't actually no stay pad, so anything she bled on, he looked at it's unclean. He like, don't touch it. They left it unclean. Hello? There was time period on things. Hello? I'm just being honest. Let's just think we just look at it. Let me tell you something. There are a lot of things that we're transitioning to. Don't get yourself all in the uproar. For us, we just got to start looking at we walk in perfection. Walking in perfection and go back to look at what was considered, what was deemed Sadiq for them, right for them. Then you look to see, was there a transitioning from it? A lot of times people don't even know what was right, so you hear things, you just jump right to something, but you need to know the order or why things translated or transferred over to. Y'all got it? A lot of things that's done, people don't understand it. Like a lot of time with touching these dead bodies, a lot of stuff people go to do, I try not to touch that stuff, leave it where it's at. A lot of things he deemed to be unclean, just leave him alone. A lot of things he sent by the hands of a fit man. Even when Yahushua died, 2 people took that body. And you're gonna believe it, both of those men. Both of those men were Sadat. They took it. And you know what was key with that? By the time they got that body, it was for a short period of time. It was already getting toward evening.
Yeah.
So when they watched it, they were clean by the time the evening came.
That's right.
See, a lot of stuff these folks don't pay attention to. When they took it down, the time they were unclean, it was such a short period of time. Because they just told they were trying to get him down.
Before evening.
Because they were looking at what was getting ready to happen. They were getting ready to move into Passat. So by the time they took him out, they had a short window. Matter of fact, when they got him down and washed him, they didn't have time to finish preparing the body.
That's right.
That's how people don't realize that's how he set up. That was the only way to get her to come back. The rest of them forgot.
That's right.
She didn't come back because she remembered no book. She came back because she knew the time ran short. They didn't have a chance to finish wrapping his body. So she was only coming back to finish putting the spices. Nobody came back because they zakat the book.
That's right.
So it was a setup because he know you ain't got you don't pay attention. He knew they don't pay attention, but they knew that woman knew I didn't finish what I was supposed to do. So she would come back to do just like what you call I'm walking in completion. I want to finish up what I did. That's how they found out he was going. And she ran back and told the other one. And when they heard it, they thought it was idle tales. They thought she was lying. And the Malachi told us, didn't he tell y'all that he was gonna go up and he was gonna be crucified? And that he was gonna cum the third yum? Go tell the others. Listen.
When he touches it, he shall be unclean until evening.
Come on.
If a ish actually lies with her, so that her menstrual impurity shall be on him, he shall be unclean 7 yamim.
Seven days, listen.
And every bed on which he lies with her shall be unclean.
See that? And he lied with her, and she had her impurity, she had her menstrual. This stuff, so you don't say it, people get sloppy. They think it's okay. You can't lay with her during that time. He said it's unclean, and you're going to be unclean for 7 yamim.
That's right.
Listen.
Now, if an Asha has a discharge of her blood, many yamim,
remember, probably 7 days. Come on.
Not at the period of her menstrual impurity,
Yeah.
or if she has a discharge beyond the period of her menstrual impurity, all the yamim of her impure discharge, as in the yamim of her menstrual impurity, she is unclean.
Y'all hear that? So we didn't remember the woman had, why you think they told you about the woman that had the discharge for 12 long years? Because she had went past her time. Because a woman typically only supposed to have 7 days. So this woman, that's why they told you about for 12 long years. And she spent up all her money in the physician until she can't eat food. Listen.
Any bed on which she lies on it, all the yamim of her discharge shall be to her like the bed of her menstrual impurity.
He said the same thing. No, this ain't a period. I got something else going on. He said all that time the same thing. Because you got a discharge coming from the flesh. Come on.
And everything on which she sits on, it shall be unclean.
Come on.
Like the uncleanness of her menstrual impurity.
Yeah.
And whoever touches them shall be unclean, and shall wash his clothes, and bathe in Mayim, and shall be unclean until evening.
They're going to get a lot of, well, they ain't taking no bath, no, they don't worry about it. And I know I'm right staying by myself. I hate the bathe. I know. Go ahead.
When she is clean from her discharge, she shall count off for herself 7 yamim.
Pay attention. When she stopped bleeding, she started counting. How long she supposed to count?
7 yamim.
What happened then?
And afterward, she shall be clean.
So what that mean you got to do after your wife get through having a menstrual? That mean you supposed to jump right in. He said, now you got to count a time between them. Hello?
That's right.
That's crazy, ain't it? That's amazing. You ain't going to believe it. Can I tell y'all a little song? But you remember that date when Yahushua, when he moved? When was that? It was the preparation, which was the day before. Guess when he got clean? You didn't pay attention to the fact that it was on a muhart that was 7 days. Of course it's going to be tough. Why would you pay attention? You didn't think it was amazing? He had to give you a reason to count. Had to give you a reason to count. Hello? Okay, they're trying to help y'all out. He would give you a time to count. You had to start counting the time. Start counting. He told you to start numbering from that point for 7 days. He said all that time in between, she unclean. Now, I know that they put people look at it difficult, but this is what you're trying to learn. When we look in the the 10th chapter of the book of Abarym, it told you the Torah. What it had now, I forgot that thing. Shadow. See, that's what you was on a shadow. Okay, a shadow would be the reflection of an image, okay? And it was a shadow of two things to come, but it was not the very image. So we start looking at what we need to go back and do is we need to learn the shadow. The shadow can actually get you to the image because it stems from the image. That's what it gave those people. Although it's a shadow, it stemmed off from the image. See, when Yahushua came, we got the image. They had the shadow. But there were things we need to learn. And then what also it gave them in the 10th chapter, he told you they had diverse washings. See all them different washings? If I sat on somebody to touch it, if I dress up, if I got to touch it, all of these were for purifying. Remember, the entire flesh had to be washed. That's amazing when you immerse. How did they come up with shooting in your eyes? When the immersion will always bathe their flesh. So what was the purpose of him giving us this immersion? Was he trying to tell us we were unclean? Yeah. When were they supposed to bathe their whole flesh? What was the purpose of immersing you? You ain't gonna believe it. Your whole flesh, because you were unclean. So he started giving you simulation. He said, let's do this. Since she had 7 days, and in those 7 days, she was considered unclean. Let's say she had something going on that went past 7 days, because you were stuck on the 7 days. He said that would count just like those 7 days. She would be in the same impurity she would be in the 7 days as she was in the other time. He looked at all your behaviors were equivalent to those 7 days of impurity. I think the word is tumah, T-U-M-A-H, impurity, T-U-M-A-H, if I'm correct. Don't hold me to that now. Been a minute. For impurity. They can look it up and say T-U-M-A-H, please. For impurity. So now this is what you got to consider when you start looking at the relationship of Yahushua. You see why it was beneficial for him to come. Very beneficial. Why he do that? See, let me see something if memory serves me. Yaquara, the 5th chapter. We'll just do 5:1 right quick. We'll just roll right quick. Let's just see what it says. How about that? Let's go on a trip. What if I take you on a voyage? Hold on, is that word right? You can see, was that right? T-U-M-A-H? Tumah, and that should be impurity? A dead body, should come in because it all amazing. See, that all comes into being unclean. So guess what happened when you started mind? He counts it just like her nita. See, that's what he was looking at. If she has an issue, she said, oh, no, this is not my menstrual. I'm bleeding from another source. He said, that's the same thing. That's what he's trying to get them to realize. First, I need you to grade something and you would know how unclean it was. Y'all got it? So now when people try to go say, well, this different, how we do? See, my situation different than somebody said. He said, no, it's the same thing. He said, I'm counting this as tumah. It's still impure. Okay. All right. What? Okay. Oh, okay. Come from, okay. Okay. Yaquara, they call Yaquara, what's that, 5? We shouldn't go down far. Let's see something. Listen, 5:1. Listen.
Now, when in Nafash, Gata, and Shama the call others of Shaba, and he is a witness.
Hold on for a minute. If a soul commits sin and he vow a vow,
and hears the voice,
and he hears the voice or what?
Of Shaba, and he is a witness
or
of swearing.
Of swearing, okay.
And he is a witness.
He is a witness.
Whether he has seen or has known, if he does not tell it, then he bears his guilt.
Y'all hear that? Now, if you mess around, you hear it. You know of it. And he said that, and you don't tell it, then you got to bear the guilt of it. That's what it said. You're going to have to bear the guilt of it. You know that put people that, man, can't cover for nobody.
That's right.
That's what he, think about it. You say, But that him, man, ain't got. I don't want to be in nobody else business, but you done heard it. He said, well, you bad with her. They said, oh shoot, I get that thing off me. See, this where he was trying to keep it. EU told her there's no darkness or shadow of death where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves. That was because the Torah was set up to make sure we couldn't hide. See, people tried to hide under the shadow. They realized you couldn't hide. Okay. I don't know what people thinking. Hold what you got right quick. See if that 1 and about 40. That should be your Yahuchanan. All right, listen. Listen.
Andre, the Ak of Cuff,
Cut the arc of that L heat up a little bit, just a little bit.
was one of the two who
Snur flurry. Go ahead.
was one of the two who Shammah from Yahuchanan and followed after him. First, he found his Ak, Shimon, and said to him, we have found the Mashiach. He brought him to Yahushua, and it came to pass when Yahushua looked intently at him and said, Shimon, the ben of Yahuchanan, you shall be Kara Cuff, which in Greek is.
He don't say in Greek.
It says which in Greek is Petros. That's what it says.
Yeah, oh yeah, Greek gonna say Petros. But we know for us the cuff is the fist. He called him literally a stone, a rock, a stone. Go ahead.
And it came to pass on the morrow, he decided to go out to Galil. He found Philippos and said to him, follow after me. Philippos was from Bethsaida, a city of Andre and Cuff.
Yes.
Philippos encountered Nathanael and said to him,
What it say?
we have found the one of whom Mushah in the scroll of the Torah and the Nabaim Katab, Yahushua of Nazareth.
Y'all hear what they said? They found the one. See, that's how important the writings is. They ain't said we just found that guy. You want to check him out? We found the one that was in the Katab, in the writings, that Mushah told us. In the 18th chapter, in the 18th verse of the book of Alah Ha Dabarym, he said, a Nabah, said the Yahuwah, your Alahym, raise up, cum up like unto me, of the Akim. He said, him you should hear. He said, we found the one that's written in the Katabs. Listen.
The ben of Joseph. Nathanael said to him, does tube come out of Nazareth?
He want to know, could any good thing come out of Nazareth?
Philip
and that
said,
was only simply because you're writing that ad. Who could bring an unclean thing out of a clean thing? It
Right.
said, no, not one. And that's why he wanted to ask. He said, can any good thing come out of Nazareth? That's how bad Nazareth was. Listen.
Philip said to him, come
What'd he
and
say?
see.
He said, come and see. Come on.
Yahushua saw Nathanael coming to greet him and said to him,
What'd he say?
behold, an Amat is a ben of Yasharal,
A true son of Yasharal.
in whom there is no deceit.
And no deceit in him either. What happened?
Nathanael said to him,
What'd he say?
how do you know me?
He want to know how you know me.
Yahushua answered and said to him,
What? Somebody hollered your name. They wrote your name on a piece of paper and slipped it in my hand.
before Philip called you,
Before Philip even called you.
when you were under the fig tree,
When you was on the fig tree,
I saw you.
I saw you. Listen.
Nathanael answered and said to him, Adon, you are the ben of Alahym. You are the Malak of Yasharal.
What did he tell him?
Yahushua answered and said to him, you Aman, because I told you that I saw you under the fig tree.
He said, you believe because I told you that. You know what he realized? Because he had told him already. He said, he told me, well, he said, Yahuwah. He said, can any hide himself in secret places that I cannot see him? And he knew when he was sitting there, nobody knew where he was. And the only way you could have knew that, you had to be him. He said, listen, I'm in the Shami and the rock. He said, can any hide himself in secret places that I don't see him? That's why I let him know before he called you, I seen you on the fig tree. See, that's what the Torah designed to do. So when this what happened, just say you just run your mouth talking to me and just thought it stay here, it didn't stay nowhere. Because the word found you. That's how it got back out. Wow, they missed it. That's why it was designed. See, the shout even did that. How you gonna hide? Somebody was gonna know it. So guess what? It was gonna get back. So the word was, listen, that's what the word was designed to do. It was designed to find out the hidden parts of us. Just like he will physically send somewhere to hide. Now he said, I see that, listen, he let you know, man, I search the reins of a man. I search a man hard. I know the inner workings of a man. That's how much you need to know that he knows about you. That's why it makes sense to strip yourself. It don't make sense. What you do to man, I can see the inward work parts of you. You can't do them and come clean. Since you know if you tell it, it's gonna be told, it's gonna come back up. It just makes sense, don't even do it.
That's right.
It don't make sense to do it because it's coming back up. That's what he was trying to show you. That's what the shout exposed people. What you think the image was gonna do when it gave? They missed it. Don't worry about it. You missed it. Come on, better what you have. The 5th chapter, the book of Yaquara. What verse is it about? 2, 3?
Yes, for
Where you was at, 2?
verse 1 still.
Verse 1 still? All right, come on.
Now, when a Nephash Katah and Shama the call of Shabat, and he is a witness, whether he has seen or he has known, if he does not tell it, then he bears his guilt.
See that? What he done seen? Or what, and whether he do what? What he seen?
Whether he's seen or he has known,
He know of it.
if he does not tell it,
If you don't tell it,
then he bears his guilt.
see that? Go ahead.
Or
a lot of
when-
y'all don't even know. A lot of y'all here guilty. Yeah, I know you guilty. Don't worry about it. What you gonna do? Cause you've been thinking you were doing right. Stay out of stuff. Don't worry about it. And you're dangerous. Listen.
Or when a Nephash touches any unclean thing,
Listen what happened. If a Nephash does what?
touches any unclean thing,
Well, I thought we talking about the dumb, about the woman in the minstrel.
any unclean thing,
What that get?
whether a carcass
What is
or
a carcass
of an unclean beast,
of an unclean beast?
or the carcass of unclean cattle,
Or if it's a carcass of unclean cattle?
or a carcass of unclean swarming things.
Oh my goodness, them bugs. He said, you touch unclean bug. What happened?
Though
They had
it
for
is-
you to smash roaches with their hand. Listen.
Though it is hidden from him,
Listen, though, guess what? I was not. I was not. What happened?
though it is hidden from him, and
Uh-huh.
he is unclean, then he shall be guilty.
So don't make no difference. You still
right.
guilty. He said, though it was hidden from you and you didn't even know it, he shall be unclean. He said, you still guilty. That's why we needed Yahushua. It's too much you didn't know.
Yeah.
That's why he realized they all need to be taught of me.
Yeah.
Because you walk around, didn't even know you've been in your guilt. Hello? He said they didn't know it. Ain't that different if I ain't know? Come on, that ain't different if I ain't know. See that? You been thinking that been your excuse, ain't it? That's tight. That's tight. Let's see something right quick. See the book of Yahuchanan 9. I don't know how we got all this stuff right here. We're having such a pleasant time. 9th chapter, book of Yahuchanan. That's 9. Nine and 1. They call it John. Come on. Listen.
And it came to pass, while passing through, he saw an Ish who was blind from the womb of his birth.
Y'all hear that? He saw East was blind when?
From the womb of his birth.
From the day he was born.
Yes, sir.
What happened?
And his Talmudim asked him, saying,
What they want to know?
Adon, who is the Katah? Is it he or his parents?
Who the son? Him or his parents? What happened?
Is it he or his parents, since he was born blind? Yahushua answered, neither he, Katah, nor his parents.
What happened?
But it was so that the works of all may be revealed in him.
See, that's how we graded everything in the past. If a person came up, it was a defect. That's why they kept trying to tell EU he was a sinner. You didn't know why they kept telling that. It didn't make sense. Why would he be going through that if he wasn't a sinner? That's what people don't realize when they look at Yahushua. That's why when the people saw him up on the tooth, he had to be a sinner. Otherwise, why was he up there? They're like, why would anybody be in jail if they ain't guilty? Innocent people don't go to prison. You don't know why they show you people get out of jail for years, they wind up being innocent. Because he was trying to show you, just like when people sick, it ain't always because people sin. But that the works of Alahym might be made manifest. That's how you judge. It's gotta be. Why else would somebody's child be sick if they're not a sinner? Either the child a sinner, either they're a sinner. If they're in jail, come on, y'all know how white folk told her, to now all these white folk had to go to prison. If you're in jail, you're guilty. Why would you be in jail? That's why he had to clean it up and told them. He said, neither one of them sinned. He said the works of Alahym had to be made manifest. He said that was the whole purpose. Hello? What's it, 31st verse of that same book, I think it is? What did it say?
Behold, we know that it is not Kataim that Alahym hears.
Y'all hear that said? They get what they say they do know though. We know. That's what the man said. We know this. Listen, one thing, the other stuff now, we don't know who sinned. Whether that mom and daddy folk, they don't know about that. He had to clear it up. Whether the mom and daddy sinned, we don't have no idea. But guess what we do know? Alahym don't hear no sinner. And see if Yahuwah said, that's a lie. Let's see if he clears this up. One of the question on who sinned?
Yes, sir.
Mama, daddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's see him answer this. Because he just said now, they ain't asked them who did. They said, no. We know Alahym don't hear no sinner. They said, we don't need got to ask about who sinned now. If you're a sinner, we know for a fact Alahym ain't heard you. Come on.
But if one is who Yaquara Alahym and does his will.
Listen, that fear, guess what you learn in the book of Marshall Lee, the first chapter? Beginning of Kogma, that's the beginning of your skill that you fear. That's why you watch your mouth, that's why you watch your conduct, that's why you start watching the rituals of the Torah, because you fear. You guys don't fear. That's how I know you're not wise. Because you ain't got Kogma, you ain't got the skill. All right, go figure. That's what they just told you. He said, but one that y'all fear him and do what?
And does his will.
Guess where you learn that from? Kahala.
That's right.
That deal with the conclusion of the whole matter.
That's right.
Hear the word and then do what?
Fear.
No, he told you fear Alahym first. Fear, then keep. Keep up with it. Fear, then you keep. Hello? Yes, sir. What you learn? Even came down to Abraham, when Alahym told him to go out, he told you how he moved. He moved with fear. Fear, get the moving. You get what you do. Yeah, I'm gonna get around to it. And he get what he realized. He said, you don't have a skill. Mm-hmm. You're not skilled. See, you got to start moving. That change. When I tell you about dragging, y'all get here late. I already know you don't listen because you don't fear him. Because you don't understand the order. Y'all see what I'm saying? Look, why you think he put Yuna where he put him? Because that man lived there doing something else. See, otherwise you delay. Why delay? I don't see no need to go. All that right here show your problem. He put him somewhere for 3 days and 3 nights. It became symbolism to you. And it was against his will. Hello? It was outside his ability to free himself. But in due time, Yahuwah let him spit him up. When he got up, he ready to go do the will of Alahym. Yeah. Hello? When he take you down, you ain't going to be able to get up and do the will. He's going to take you down because that's where you're going to stay at and you're going to burn. And that's why you need to get this right. Y'all got it? You need to pay attention. You need to get this right. You don't realize you're not going to make it because you don't fear. This is what he know. We know you're a sinner. Your prayer ain't no good at this man. I try to tell you, I will pray for you that you might live. The man just told you, we know. So let me see. If you ain't saved, that's a middle. There's a ground, Monty. I know there's a ground. No, ain't no ground. He just told you, we know Alahym don't heal sinners. But if any man Yaquara him and do what was again?
His will.
What he do?
This is whom he shama.
Man, he got a lot of work to do. Y'all see, let me tell y'all know why that put down? That will put him to hurt everybody's feeling. Y'all know why? Because that means you're in a dangerous state. Guess why he had to tell you that? Because if you don't hear that, you're going to keep playing and you're going to be, why you think you've been comfortable where you've been at? You ain't going to believe it. Because I'm honest when I'm praying. And he was honest when he put that statement down. Mm-hmm. He don't heal sinners. Guess what they're supposed to do? They're supposed to make a man turn.
That's right.
Why you think y'all ain't fully committed? Because you've been thinking he been listening to you. Mm-hmm. So you've been standing where you at. I'm trying to help you. See, I'm telling you, you will procrastinate. And this stuff like this is designed to hurt your feelings. Say, hold on for a minute. He said, I know it, but I hadn't heard you one time. I hadn't heard you one time. Hold what you got right quick. Tahalym right quick, 81 and 1. Let's see something right quick. Tahalym. Tahalym. They call it song. Tahalym. Let's see what happened. Listen.
Seer for Shusha to Alahym, our strength.
For joy.
Yes, sir.
He told you to sing to Alahym.
Sing for joy
Sing for joy.
to Alahym, our
To
strength.
Alahym, our strength.
Shout joyfulness to the all of your code.
Shout joy to the all of your code.
Bring a song.
Bring a song, bring a
Give the
shireen, a
shireen.
a shireen, a
Give
song,
the timbrel,
timbre,
the pleasing lyre with the harp.
the pleasing lyrics with the heart.
Yes, sir. Blow the shofar in the kodash.
See that? Blow the shofar in the kodash. That's in the new moon they call it. That's what he just told him to do. Listen.
At the covered yarik.
Do what now?
At the covered yarik. On the yum of our muhad.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, you see that? At the cover, see that? At the cover. So if it covered, it let you know right there it's dark. That's how we know what it's gonna be like. I can prove it out too. Listen.
For it is a statue for Yasharal.
See that was a statue for y'all. That's amazing. Didn't I tell you we're gonna come back?
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. Why did we get it from? Where did it
right.
come from?
That's right.
Then I told you, listen, he gonna pull her back. He pulling her back. He done told her, don't remove the old landmark.
That's right.
Listen.
For it is a statue for Yasharal,
It's a statute for
an
Yasharal.
ordinance of the all of your code.
An ordinance is a law relating to a municipal town, a municipality, or a town, or a country. See that? That relates to us. Y'all got it? That goes to what we're supposed to do. You didn't know that. That's what an ordinance is. Come on.
He established it for a testimony in Joseph when he went throughout the Arats of Mizraim.
Y'all see that? He established it in Yosef when he went throughout Mizraim. This is what he did.
I shama, a language,
I heard a voice,
a language that I did not know.
He said, I don't even know what you're talking about. He said, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. You know what's amazing though? I do pray for y'all 3 times a day and I just let y'all tune in on it, don't I? That's amazing how he set it up, ain't it? Did I sing y'all Palau 3 times a day? Most of these folks don't even pay attention to it. They doing their own thing. You ain't gonna believe, good luck. Break a leg. Trying to help these people out. He set it up for a reason. But I know you're too clever. You're much too smart. That's dumb in me thinking something. I do my own thing. I know you do. And that's why it worked out for you the way it worked out. He told you he went through he said, understand the word them folks was saying.
Yeah.
He's trying to tell you, listen, this is a language. People don't realize being saved is a language. It's a behavior. This man is trying to get us to realize something. What you're hearing right here, you need to hear this. Come on back to that. Make it 9:30. Cause get back right here. You need to hear this. Oh, and it meant to cut us good. Because you know what? I mean, you know what you've been doing. You've been saying to me, I'm working, I'm getting better. No, you're not. You know, they're speedy. You're going to get quick about it.
That's right.
You're going to get quick. That's what it's made about. Listen, it's supposed to agitate you to realize something. You're in a dangerous state. That's a dangerous state, man. Said the whole time you've been praying. I ain't heard a word you said. What you doing? You sound like you can't hear me. He said, you caught on. So you know me then. Listen. This 9:30, same book. Listen.
The Ish answered and said to them,
Oh, make it 29. Because I want to know what they asked. Listen.
we know that the Alahym spoke to Mushah.
See what they told him? They telling him that. The rulers of the people, the Parashim tell him, now we know that Alahym spoke to Mushah. Because we got the rights for that. We know. And y'all know that amazingly, we just got through reading in the 12th chapter of the book of Bamadbar, they call number. Then he just called all 3 of them out. He said, there be a Nabar among you, I make myself known to them how? In a column, and I speak them in a column. Mushah is not so. Guess what I do him? I talk to him mouth to mouth. That's why they said we know that Alahym spoke to Mushah. So how did people come up with Mushah was a sinner? Go figure. Listen.
But this one, we do not know where he is from.
They telling him that this guy, we don't know where this dude from. Now we know about Mushah. We knew he spoke to him. But dude here in Uncle, we don't know where you. They trying to tell him, we don't know where Yahushua from. Listen.
The Ish answered and said to them,
This the man that was blind. Here's what he told them.
This is a marvelous thing, that you do not know where he is from, and yet he opened my eyes.
He said, this amazing you that you don't know where he from. That's what you amazed on, that you don't know where he from. The man that opened my eye, and that's what you hung up on. But where he from, though? That's what got me. Around here, where he from? What? I was blind. Everybody know I'm blind, and I can see. And this is what y'all got hung up on. Where he from?
That's
Where
right.
neighborhood he come from?
That's right.
He trying to figure out that's what y'all hung up on? What he told him?
Behold, we know that it is not Tahalym that Alahym Shammah.
He said, we do know this. We don't know where he came. He said, he telling them because he didn't know either. How could he know he was blind? He said, we do know this, don't we? We know he don't heal sinners. What happened?
But if one is who Shammah Alahym and does his will,
One that Yaquara.
yes sir, Yaquara, I'm sorry. But if
That's
one
another
is
check.
who Yaquara Alahym and
One
does his
that
will,
fear Alahym and does his will,
this is whom he Shammah.
that's who he listened to. Come on.
From the old, it has never been Shammah that anyone opened the
He
of
said,
one
never been
that
said,
born blind.
that anyone open the eyes of the blind?
Yes sir.
Come on.
If this Ish were not from Alahym,
If he was not from Alahym,
he would not be able to do anything.
he couldn't. He wouldn't be able to do nothing. He said if he went from Alahym, he wouldn't be able to do nothing. Not if he went from Alahym. Listen.
They answered and said unto him,
What happened?
look, you were born entirely in
That's what you
Qatar.
tell a man blind. You got my. Boy, put your eyes on me. Man, Jack got there. Look here, boy. Go and tell what they told him.
You were
Jack
born-
got the sight. They done put up, done stuck the finger, fed on call y'all. Look here, you little blind joker. Look at him. What they say?
You were born entirely in Tahalym.
Boy, first of all, you were born a sinner. And what happened?
And are you teaching us?
And you think you finna teach us? I know you a sinner. You were born blind. That's what he did. But see, had they been there earlier, know Yahushua told them, this was done so that some manifestation of Yahuwah could be known to them. Because see how they grade and they saw things? If you were born blind, you and your mama, one of them sinners. I'm sure of that now. Now, I don't know where you from, all that other stuff, but I know you're a sinner. Listen.
So they put him out.
See that they put him out. That's what you do a son. They look that's what he told you before, what danger about that? Since you know he's a son and you ain't gonna believe it. They that are sick have need a physician. They'll try to say, that made sense. Listen, they put him out because he was a sinner. Who go to the hospital? Where the hospital like putting sick people out? Because they trying to get well people. Said, the hospital? It's bad that these churches don't catch on. Now they're gonna tell you, I put people out you can't help. I send them to the morgue. I send you to the morgue. They got folk they can't help. They send them to the morgue. Listen.
Yahushua Shammah that they had cast him out.
He heard about they had put him out.
And when he had found him, he said unto him,
What did he say?
do you amon in the bin of Adam?
That's what he want to know. Do you believe in the son?
In the bin of Adam.
In the son of Adam, what they call the son of man. What happened?
He answered and said,
What did he say?
who is he, my Adon,
Yes.
that I may amon in him?
You ain't gonna believe it. This what happened. Now this where you mess up here. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. First of all, guess how Amanah come? Hearing, and hearing come by. And the book told you that he was the word. See, I know you don't catch on. You're not a quick thinker. That's why you pay me, okay? This is where they jump up, they thinking. I'm waiting on the ask me. It make no sense that the man could have told him, yes, I believe. First of all, I don't know who he is. Because you're asking me about my Amanah. It only comes by hearing. That's why he's going to tell him. All right? And hearing comes through by the word. What do we learn in Yahuchanan 1:1? In the beginning, wasn't and the bar was Alahym, and the bar was with Alahym. So you can see why they make it. See, they trip you with these Bibles because they say stuff that make people just unintelligent. They think that man walking on, yeah, Lord, I believe Jesus Christ. He's the Son of God, I'm going to be saved. No, it don't make sense. Because how am I going to believe something unless I hear it? Listen.
Yahushua said to him,
What he said to him? 'Cause he
Look.
told him. He wanted to know who he was. What he told him?
look, you have seen him.
Look what he told him. How he told him to do it?
Look, you have seen him.
Hands. What did he just do? Hands, hands, hands. I got one right here. Tell him what he just do.
He taught him.
He just taught him. He just told him to look. What I told y'all teaching was to instruct and to show. See, it don't take long to catch on. Y'all got to pay attention. Why he telling him to look, dang? Because I'm finna teach you. How you going to, oh, because I said, oh, me. That ain't no answer. That's not teaching. Faith, I'm going to now come by here and here it come by the word. He was the word. So now I'm going to teach you. You'll read it Sunday, only give you short snippet so you won't know. People think, man, that water, hey, my name Jesus. Holy Ghost, you running. Makes no sense. First of all, he ain't the only man with the name Yahushua. See, another problem people got, that's why we always want to define him as the Mashiach. What Yahushua are you talking about? Why you think they told you the all, when he said, when Musa said, let the all of who? All Pasal. Because he's not the only Alahym. Other ones claim they're mighty ones. He even told you they claim. That's why he tried to distinct himself by what he does by pattern. I create bara the Shamayim. I bara the Arats. That's the Alahym we're talking about. The Alahym who? Abraham, Yasakar. Because the only reason to tell you that because there are others. So you say Alahym, what Alahym? You don't know. Another again, you just find you got another chink in your armor. You got another chink. These people be telling God all the time, Superman is a god. Wonder Woman is a goddess. These people have no idea. They be hollering, what God? What are you talking about? You have to denote which one you're talking about. When Yahushua had to denote which one, why they had to say the one of Yosef when he the only Yahushua? That makes no sense. You're the only one. Because you ain't the only one with the name. So denote your parents. Denote relationships. You got to define this stuff, people. It's too much stuff, people. These are key things we missed. Now he bring it back and said, consider why. These people ain't just saying which one. They're denoting which all. Because there are more than one Alahym. First of all, it's plural. That's why you got to know which one you're talking about. Come on, listen.
Behold,
He said, you Alahym. So we ought to pray to you. He said, did I not say in your Torah that you Alahym? He said, they called him Alahym to whom the debar came. He said, then the Ketuvim cannot be broken. The scripture cannot be broken.
That's right.
That's crazy. He called you Alahym. You just ain't Alahym, a Shamayim, and the Alarm. He is. Come on.
Yahushua said to him,
What did he say to him?
look, you have seen him.
Whoa, look, you done see. Look how you pick up he taught. These folks that he just said that's enough. He's teaching it, man. Listen, it can't go into all detail, but when you understand verbiage, you know this was a deeper conversation than a couple of words. That's why you've been sitting around and you ain't getting saved. Because you think if somebody gonna say 2-3 words, you're gonna be saved. You think we here all this time and all I gotta do is say, look, you see him. Holy Ghost. Look, you see him. That ain't no teaching you nothing. Come on, folks. The man had knowledge already. He just told you, the man born blind just told you, Alahym don't hear sinners.
Yep.
So this man was stupid?
Nope.
How would he know that? Listen.
Behold, he is the one speaking to you.
Wow, he the one teaching you. The man just asked, who is it? He tells me, first of all, you need to look so you can identify. Now you need to be instructed and directed. I'm going to teach you. Listen.
And he said, my Adon, Aman, and he bowed down to him.
Listen, if they pay attention, he taught him, he had to teach him about the all, the supreme ruler. Now he just came back to let you know something that he had to realize, that he just told him that he was the Ben of Adon. Adon was known to be the first being of Alahym. In his instructional teaching, he has put together that Yahushua is an Adon, which he is a ruler, an inheritor of, that he had position. This man learned this in conversation. So this could not have been a short conversation that he just gave him, and the man picked this up. You just called a man a master, a ruler. You just picked that up all of a sudden? which means they only gave you snippets of the writing of the whole conversation. So now you need to know behavior. The man just told him he was done, and I believe. Right. I believe. Come on, folks. Come on. He had to teach, had to instruct him. And then he knew from the instructor that you have to recognize him not only for what he did, but in his position. You are the Adon. Come on.
And Yahushua said, for Mashpah I came into the Alahym.
Listen, had to let him know, I came in the world for judgment. And his teacher had to let him know why he came. See, you didn't why you just want to know who was he could believe. And I told you why I came, which means the conversation had to do, how'd you get him? What was the purpose of your coming? He let him know, I came here for judgment. Listen.
So that those who are blind shall see.
See that? That's why I came here. So that those that are blind can see. Come on.
And those who see shall become blind.
Listen what he said. Those that see they can become blind. Listen.
Those who were with him from the Parashim shama his things and said to him.
The one from the Parashim, they heard that teaching. Listen on. What happened?
Are we not blind
also? Hold on. What you saying? What they say?
Are we not blind also?
They said, are we not blind also? They want to know, are we blind also? Listen.
Yahushua said to them,
what happened?
If you were blind,
he said, if you were blind,
Kata would have not been in you.
He said, if you were blind, he said, you wouldn't even have no sin. Listen what happened.
But now that you have said, we see.
What happened?
Your Kata remains.
He just said, see now, you blind, you can't see. That's what I came here to do. I came here to do a reverse act on you. The one who you thought was the sinner really wasn't. You've been the sinner. I came from my part to say, because you've been judging saying that man was a sinner. And I came to show you were the sinner. They try to be smart and say, so you saying we sinners too. And saying they were blind, they used blind on him trying to say, so you trying to say we sinners. He said, no. He said, see, if you were blind, you wouldn't have no sin. But since you say you see, your sin remains. So they had to do the math.
Yep.
That's when you really got to start doing subscribing now. You got to do some writing and look at it and say, this thing here done add up and done caught me. I done came up. It's bad when you start adding and you come up short.
That's right.
Ain't that bad? They were adding and came up short. That's why I love him. That's why I love him. See that? You be sitting around trying to be smart. Whole time he trap you every time.
Yep.
You don't play with a man like that. He gonna trap you every time.
That's right.
Trying to be smart. He didn't tell. They tried to throw it out on him because they knew if he said that, he was gonna call him a sinner. He said, no, you say you see. He said, that's why your sin remains. Ain't letting them know it's nothing I can do with you. He let them know. He didn't say I can hear you too. He let them know it's nothing I can do for you. Isn't that right? Too much sight. That's why you got to take your time. Why you think he told you? Humble yourself.
Under the mighty hand.
Honor the mighty, honor the hand. Understand the yard. He said he'll exalt you in due time. It might like he's stricken you, but listen, it ain't to kill you. It's to make us. Y'all got that? Yes, listen, a lot of things we had to go back and we're going to try to consider, look at, reevaluate to make sure we get this thing right. That's why it's important when you go down, take your time. Take your time. Whatever he set up, I started sending out Pilates out to do it. Don't he have a way that's mighty sweet? See that? Listen, who else will provide a way that yours ain't getting through? I got somebody. I've been told y'all before, I'll pray for you that you'll live. They don't have no, I already know, I don't even want nobody. I know that, listen, I got prayer warriors in here. Straight prayer warrior. Oh, calling like they want just be sweating, getting mustard. That man said, man, I hope that nigga put some deodorant on. I got to get up and run into the wall. Jesus! No, but I say that to no credit for myself. This is how he set a way up for us. If you can't, why you think he won? That's to show you. Oh man, I've been doing. He been covering you. You ain't even know it. See that? Think about it. It been different. You was out there and you had nobody. That's what he told you. Listen, man, I'll pick him out right quick. 27-15. But I'm gonna try to let y'all go. I don't want my welcome out. Folks gonna go home and try to put their eyes out so he can come over them, and you're gonna be judging them pirate machine. They call the number Bamadbar. God damn man. Hey, get that man a long train, Pat. Go ahead.
Then Mushah spoke to Yahuwah, saying,
Look what Mushah spoke to Yahuwah saying. He said this to the existing one. Do what?
May Yahuwah,
May Yahuwah, the existing one, the all see, he declared who he is. So he need to declare which one. Yahuwah now ain't but one. That when he told you Yahuwah was his Shem, he said, now ain't nobody got that name now. They don't tell now. He said, you ain't got that name. Not that name. Alahym people take not Yahuwah. He said, that's my name. He said, I won't get that to another. Not that one. Ain't nobody. I know somebody named Yahuwah. Kill him. Tell you, just like Scott said right there, and that was someone like talking about, kill him. Ain't that right? Kill him. You find another one called himself Yahuwah, kill him. Ain't what Scott told him? Run. Run, you second Yahuwah. Run. Ain't that right? Don't ever come back. Ain't but one Yahuwah. One existing one. Y'all got it? Okay, even the books of hell, we're not all?
One Father.
No, one Father. Ain't but one. Ain't that right? Ain't but one. Listen.
May Yahuwah, the all of the Ruach of all Basar,
So ain't but one that's over all, ain't but one that's over all the spirits of all the flesh now. Do what?
appointing each over the Adah.
Y'all ain't gonna believe it. Ain't no female. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. He put a man over the congregation.
That's right.
Tell him what, son.
So who shall go out before them?
Go out before them.
And who shall come in before them?
And come in before them.
And who shall lead them out? And who shall bring them in? So that the Adah of Yahuwah shall not be like sheep who have, like sheep which have no ra'ah to them.
See that? Now they were talking about Yahuchanan now, but he left for a comforter. He left for somebody him. Y'all hear that? He told me occupy till he comes. That's right. Y'all hear me? That's why I gotta watch my behavior. I know how to walk, gotta go in and out before the people. He make sure you weren't left without somebody. Y'all got it? I'm just helping y'all out. Listen, the man got a purpose for it. Listen, my whole ideology of what I do is trying to make sure we all come into the knowledge. It ain't about one or two, three people. We got to do this thing as a whole. We can't be separatists. We got to come in as a whole. That's the goal. The goal was for him, Mushah, to get all of them in there. Some fell away, some didn't make it. Some wound up falling aside, you know what I mean? But the goal was to get them out. My goal is to get y'all in there. Mm-hmm. That's my goal. I'm trying to get everybody in. It's that you have to be minded that you willing to fully commit yourself. If you're not willing to I'm being honest, I can't help you. Them days done passed. We're at the end now. We ain't at the beginning. We're at the end. Man, this thing is unraveling. Y'all have no idea. This man is unraveling. Top economy. Japan have done. These folks are, listen, man, he done ravaged these people. Man, these earthquakes kill these people. It's tearing them up. Then on top of that, you got mudslides. Already stuff bad. Your dollar falling. Japan had the number 4 economy in the world. America, this stuff is, listen, everything just totally just plummeted. This man gonna take down everything. Politicians, rappers, actors, celebrities, everybody coming. Listen, sick preachers, everybody coming. When we remember this time? When? Do y'all understand this has never happened? The weather, the sickness, never happened. Who can be that stupid and don't see the end is near? The end is near. And all I gotta do, I gotta make sure we're ready. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do, to make sure we're ready. So I'll take the blame, hate me, but I guarantee you'll love me later. Take a Quaalude, but in the morning you'll love me. I'm telling you, because I'm on the one to make sure we get it right. It's important that we get it right. You guys, I can't stress enough, you guys gave up a lot to come here. And for you to just, it ain't no big deal. What was the purpose? What was the purpose? If it was not for the complete saving of your soul, yeah, that was thing we didn't know in its entirety what we were going to fully have to commit, but it was rightfully so. Because where we were too, you think you were weaker then, we would have fell away. We wouldn't have done it. We'd have said, nah, I'm not ready to do all that. But he kept us long enough to say, it's time now. Now it's time for it to grow. Now it's time for us to transfer. You know what I'm saying? It's time to do. And at the same time, it people membership on the line, everybody. Y'all hear me? Oh yeah, I'm telling you, them people that scream, they're not saved. I don't know why they think they saved. I'm marking them. I'm trying to tell you now, I'm not a fool. I know. Listen, I know who jump on that now. All of a sudden they got, I can just get on that now. You ain't gonna believe it. You ain't gonna believe it. If you can just get on that now.
Could have been got on.
Huh? What you said, Dave? They could have been, you know what, this stupid face make it look like for some reason, I'm thinking it just became available today. It just became, you on here now, you could have been on him. It's bad that people, listen, why does it have to be the threat of our salvation every time? That's what I'm coming for. Why am I sitting around procrastinating when I came to be saved? What was your purpose of joining if it wasn't for you to be saved? I'm really frustrated with the as a whole. It ain't everything. Because why did you join? If you were not going to do it all, yeah, we did know in time. But where we going and what we've been doing, where we at? At some point, when you going to grow? That's scary. I'm on here, Rock. Where you been? It's some people that ain't told me one time they on there. Because they're like, I've been here. Because they get comfortable. He can't keep up with it. I'll pick it up later. I'll watch it later. You tell me you going to watch 3 hours later. I'm just that stupid. I'm about that done stupid. By the time you watch 3 hours, I'm going to be put out another 3-4 hours. How behind? These jokers just watching what I preached back in September? Man, you're not trying to be saved. You're not trying to be saved. No, they're not trying to be saved. You ain't even serious. No, anybody trying to be saved. Still trying to watch them. Yeah, I'm trying to finish up this September. Man, you done. I can't even go back to that stuff. That's crazy. Somebody asked me one time who that was. Well, that's for a song. Said, I want you to go. Somebody asked me to go back over. That man asked me to go back over what I preached. I said, what I preached when? For Zamar. I started looking at all these families. I lay hands. Man, how did what? I ain't got this stuff wrote down nowhere. I can't go back. Man, we're pressing toward tomorrow. Every time we going somewhere, we moving. Y'all listen, you'll get lost. Stop people trying to go catch from back there. Listen, when I catch it, I'm telling you, listen. Listen, every one of y'all had to take this serious. I'm talking to these people that come talking to everyone. Listen, that's where you at. That's where you're going to stay. You're not going to take the rest of us with you. If you call yourself a member of the way of y'all, you'll have to fully comply. Every one of y'all, I'm telling you, I got a list. I got to go through that list now. I ain't rushing to do that because I'm going to move. When I move, I'm very strategic. Make no mistake, we're not going to have a whole lot of conversation. Don't text me, lose my number. Because I can't help you. You're not serious. I'm not wasting no more time. I got to look at the people trying to get, I got these kids, so I got to get them in. Don't feel bad about these folks. I keep the kids. If it's any of y'all parent, don't worry about it. I keep you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You always got to play him. But I don't want y'all to do it. I don't want you to grow up, and I don't want to set no bad standard for these young people to think you can do anything and make it in. You can't. You can't. And that's on us. These are this on us. Folk playing around, messing around, it make no sense. If you get that thing in your heart, you ain't got to be getting up here all that confess. That makes no sense. What's your real intention? My real intention for me to be saved above everything I got. My intention is for me to be saved. That was the only reason I did it. I'm scared of dying. I'm scared of dying. I'm scared of burning. I'm scared of dying. I'm scared of burning. That's why I got to take it serious. I'm going to prove it by what I live. Don't believe nothing I say. All that come out of my mouth lie. You watch my life. Everything in my mouth come out. You grade that a lie. You watch my living. I'll show you by my living. I'm afraid of dying. I'm afraid of burning. That's why I'm going to live right. I'm going to hold a standard too. I'm going to prove. Don't count it all lie. Just a bunch of lies. Nigga lie so much make you sick. That nigga ain't going to live lies though. I ain't going to live no lie. Y'all hear me? I'm not going to live no lie. I'm telling myself, I said, this too serious, man. Y'all, we done played around too much. I'm telling you, the man will leave you blind. That man gonna take you, he gonna put you in blindness, because you see, in order for you to try to manipulate him and get around him, that means you see. You ain't gonna believe the blind man. Come on for a second. I'm gonna use you. Come on. Sit right here. Close your eyes. I want you to blindly just walk around this room. Where you feel like you're going?
I should right in the middle.
Okay. Feel like it. Go ahead. Ray Charles' son. Swain. no. Come on, man. Y'all see what? I don't know, the camera picked down. Come on for a second. And that's what he wants you to realize. Now, after seeing that, you know he should recognize you need somebody to lead you. Now, you open your eyes, you can walk to the crib all day long by yourself. You don't have no need for nobody to lead you. That's why he's trying to get these folk to realize something. You need somebody to lead you. Some of y'all see too much. That's what he's trying to tell you for. He didn't let me open your eyes. I'm trying to tell you, even in the book of Kazun, he told you, he said he's going to anoint your eye with eye salve that you can see. Who he going to anoint? The sight of people who can see? With sight? Blind. That's what he's trying to tell you. You don't see what you're thinking. You're going to make a mess. I'm trying to help y'all out. A lot of y'all, you see your own way. Listen, this is what y'all look at. Preacher always taking stuff. When I say stuff, y'all ask me back again after I've done it a couple times, I get irritated. I'm telling you why I get irritated. That means you're not paying attention. That's very critical when you're looking at salvation. You have to, why you think, what is the call? Think some, why would they mark something to remember it? Because it's dangerous when they forgot. It was dangerous when they forgot it. It was very dangerous when they forgot it. That's why, mark it so you didn't forget it. They put down landmark. It's bad because you'll go out the way. Everything had to keep up with it because this all pertained to your salvation. So when you don't pay attention, you might look at, well, it ain't got nothing to do with the word. It shows a character flaw. It shows that you pick up what you want, you hear what you want. That's dangerous when you're dealing with instruction and your soul's involved. Okay. I told you about that time when I got my license, that lady went before me. I wanted to go first, and she got in that car, the instructor, she went to that stop sign, she patted and went to go in that gate. She tried to go in that gate, the lady turned her right back around. She rolled back around now. That lady just sat there right there. I tried to figure out what happened. I said, something must be wrong. Other people waiting too. I want to go first. And that lady she told the girl, she said, you failed. We waited, she said, you failed. That girl like, what? She said, you failed. She said, fail? How I failed? She said, you ran that stop sign. She said, the test don't start till we get in the gate. She said, that's a stop sign. She said, when you pass that stop sign, she said, then you failed the test. Man, that girl upset saying, but it started in the gate. She's like, I don't know what you think. Listen, she ain't had no more talk. She got that call. That girl was hurt. She trying to get out of pit. I'm like, man, I got to take this test, man. Ain't got nothing to do with it. You failed. And all I'm thinking, had I got in the front, my stupid behind, listen, I got that thing. You stop me to get a little eye. Told me to proceed on that gate. I said, that's what I'm talking about, boy. But what she did is it's amazing stuff. Come back up. That's what you do, because in your mind, you know what? That don't count. That's what you'll look. That don't count. As long as I'm following, as long as I'm obeying and listening to the word, that's tight. That's tight. Because I'm telling you, it's so many things that's detailed that you got to pay attention to. Character, I tell you, when y'all do stuff where I say, I correct it, and I watch some of your face, I say, okay, that's where you at. Your fight instruction. I try to show you something, because I say, if you're being told something, I'm telling you for a reason. I ain't saying, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, just do it, it don't matter. That doesn't make sense. It's a reason why I told you. And would I not explain why I give y'all things? So there's a reason for you to be detailed when you do it. If I say, well, do this, you don't know why you're doing it, and you don't really know the benefit of it, so you don't know why you need to make sure you're paying attention to do it a certain type of way, because there's something you're trying to trigger. So when you don't pay, and I tell you do it a different way, a lot of y'all to do it. A lot of y'all, I said, I already know what you live. Let me tell you something. When I watch out, I watch them. They don't realize. I just say, yep, I already know what you're doing. You ain't doing nothing you're supposed to do. Oh, but now they're trying to now they're going to try to pick it up. This ain't nothing new, I told you. Because it's a character flaw. And you don't realize it. I catch you every time. I catch you cheating. I said, it's a character flaw. It's a reason why you do that. Because that's what you do with Yahuwah. You'll try to get over and figure he don't see you. I'm just telling you, it don't make sense. I learned that. Why am I trying to cheat myself? I don't like none of it. It's not. They said, what you like at that gym? The door to get out of it. That's what I like. The best thing at that gym is that door, walking out of it. So I do it because there's something I'm trying to achieve. You will try to cheat to get around it, just like you do in your living. They'll tell y'all, I just put y'all back there, or do I go over the word? I explain things y'all eat with the word. Do I do that with y'all? So when y'all do stuff, it be fine. Man, I said, I know this one that, I know this and this is the life you live. I'll be honest with you, I pick it up, I watch it. I say, it's not hard. And you fight on it, I said, that's what you do with the word. It don't make sense. Because I never just say do something. I will explain why, because it won't make sense to do it if you don't know why. You need to know the value of. You need to know the value. I give you a bunch of money, put in your wallet, you don't know the value. Somebody tell you it's $1, you're dumb behind giving them $200 because you don't know the value. So it's important to know the value of why you're doing things. Like the word we're using, there's a value behind it. It ain't about those that be at home and watching. I see my phone because I'm watching. I see people because I'm looking to see how you wear you take. Like, well, I ain't there, so I'm just do what I can do. Versus you listen, don't forget his eyes in every place beholding. So you know what I learned in? This is something you do too. I'm gonna black out, but I'm doing it because you will feel like you're here. Don't make no mistake. I pay attention. You just don't know I pay attention. Because they're going to feel like it's on the phone. Why would I pay attention to the phone? I got to pay attention to them. But I'm watching everything. I don't know why people think, I told you it's the face. It screwed me up every time. Y'all can't possibly think that I'm not looking at my phone because I got y'all on here, I'm watching. So it's important, I'm watching to say, that person take it as serious as though they're here, which means I watch these people on the other end of this camera. I watch the ones that don't, and they'll be, so you don't think I pay attention? I already know what you do. It only makes sense. That's just being honest, because I put it in there to the all cool, so they don't do it. I already know what you're doing. That's the same thing you do here. Because let me see, you're working out to help me be what? Better, do what? Why are they doing it to help me do what? You ain't help me do nothing. You taking up my time. So when you doing it, I was like, well, wasting my time. So where you think I grade you at over him? After a while, and I count you wasting my time. Then I realized that why it's high time to wake out of sleep. That's why I got to cut a lot of y'all off. I got to. I'm just being honest. Listen, I don't want to see, you know, you say it ain't personal. That's why I keep stopping, because then it is personal, because you wasted your time. And that's personal. It should be personal to you. And your time should be valuable because your salvation. So when you look at, you want to start looking, what is the purpose of why I try to get y'all to him? We're trying to look at the complete man. Okay, this is what I learned. This is what people do. People try to fix one or two things about themselves versus the reason why he go through the book, just like the 23rd chapter book of, we'll have to get it. I'm trying to get ready to let y'all go. 23rd chapter of the book of Mathatyahu. When we start there, they sit in Moshe's seat. First, he started with the leadership, or where typically people fail at. That nigga ain't doing everything he supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. He said, well, everything he tell you to do, you just do it. Because he know this is a defect you got. Then he started going around letting you know, they put a lot of stuff on you. So you like, I feel like everything on me. He buying everything, but they won't do it. So you know, he letting you know, I'm conscious of this, but I'm telling you what you need to do. He started going through, telling the people, they'll make clean, what side of the cup? Outside, the inside room. Guess what you do? You dress to try to fool us from the outside, but your inward side. A lot of y'all, I know y'all, don't think man, you be killing time. Believe me, make no mistake. I know my members. But it's good, though. It's good. It's this stupid face. I'm telling you, get me every time. I know you ain't genuine. I know you're not honest. I know, but that's how you do it. You just say, well, maybe they'll catch on, they'll get it, and realize you're going to get caught. You've been caught already. And they look at me to tell them and say, well, he ain't told me, ain't caught. I don't know why you're thinking. I'm just tolerating you till he said, kick you out. Because you're not beneficial. Listen. This is your salvation. So when you go through, he's going through everything. Get him on tithe. See, you pay tithe. Omit and it's accumulated. But you omit the weightier matter of the law. Judgment, mercy, and shalom. These ultimate done, not the leader. He's going through all these character flaws that you have. Because we got all these things that we keep thinking, he's going through, it's a list of stuff you got wrong, and you blaming it on the leadership. And there are a lot of things you do wrong yourself in leadership. He's trying to clean up everything, the whole man. So I take y'all in, but listen, detoxing. Having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all is what? Without exception? Of the what? Of the flesh. So we detox. We detox. And of the, what are we trying to do? Perfect. Let me tell you what happened. For those out that are really on the Mahalot, the journey for obtaining the Ra Shyth, this is one of the problems you have. When you don't have mental clarity, you're not going to do it. You're going to try it. You're not going to do it. Because I'm telling you, it's going to pour from you. You're going to lose. I know you're losing. But in your mind, you keep going anyway. I said, okay. So we ain't going to play this game for so long. I'm not, listen, none of the stuff I tell you to get, I don't get no money from these people. I care about your health and the health of your family. I care about the health of these kids. They're killing us out here. So I said, well, let's start looking at, let's try to detoxify. So you also learn with the detoxify. So what you pushing out, the toxins and metals and other things. So with the word, you understand the purpose of why you put, see, when the word come in, you should be detoxifying. 1 Corinthians 6:9, no, you're not. The unrighteous shall not inherit the Malkuth Alahym. Be not who? Deceived. Neither who? So I'm a fornicator. What I need to do? No, I need to get it out my back. I need to get it out. See, a lot of things, just like a lot of sicknesses you have, it's because you have some internal workings. That's why I want you to detoxify. And some people say, preacher, I'm feeling so much better. Guess why? Because you've gotten some things out of you that were causing your natural hindrance. You ain't gonna believe it. There are some things, ruach, that are in you that are hindering you. It does not allow you mental clarity. Other things weigh on you, so therefore you pull it and you can't be effective when it comes to the word. That's why I told y'all I said I'm where I'm at. Because I make sure I want to detox, I want to get stuff out the inside. I don't want to just wait like the people, oh, it's all spiritual. Why he said other flesh too then if it's all spiritual? Because a lot of your natural workings also entail and connect to your spiritual workings. This is amazing. So y'all are fighting me. I mean, what about this, preacher? I'd be so pissed. Every time y'all ask me about something I ain't said about. Because, you know, it irritates me. Say, so what did I show you? But what about these? But listen, some of y'all, coin husk. I said, when did I show y'all coin husk? Why y'all just can't stay with what I show y'all and just follow and just trust me on? You ain't gonna believe it. What I show you, that's what I take. I tell y'all, no, I am not the professional on everything, but what I'm giving y'all is what I'm doing. If you follow and just follow the pattern so you can learn, see how it worked for you, Ruachni too. But because y'all keep trying to find something like it, let me try this and try. I said, ain't no way in the world for be saved. I said, it's not possible, because they're not following. Y'all don't trust me. Why y'all think he just give me the word, and then he said, listen, shoot them to Sheol with this other stuff. Did that make common sense? We're trying to learn a practice of the whole man. We need to fix ourselves, even financially, the whole man. Understand, the whole man, because listen, you fighting a spiritual warfare, okay? Come here for a second. Okay, all right, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up to fight. What you gonna do about that? What you gonna do about that? What you gonna do about that? So, spiritual, what I'm using for, it's really not to, I know we laugh, it's funny, but what I'm trying to show you, the attack can come from anywhere. This is where you losing the war. Because you got your hands up, things might hit your face. It's too many other places you being attacked. So we got to clean up our diet. We got to clean up our conversation. We got to clean up our dress. We got to clean up our attitude. We got to clean up everything because the attack is coming. None of it hit, now it worked me internally. It works me internally. It gets me internally. They're going to get you sick. I told y'all, Yahushua told you what they gave him. He said they gave me poison for my food. Who eat their food through their ear? How does your food typically get in your body? So guess what? They know they're going to get you. What they gave him gall to drink. He said my food, they gave me poison. So you think they just stopped poisoning after him? Okay, let me see. Their goal was not only to stop him, get the people who he taught. Don't you know these people ain't stupid? Let me tell you something about y'all government, these people. You're the only people that's unintelligent. Let me tell you something. Do you know why I'm one of the only few people, it ain't just me, but just tell me why I'm shadow banned. Why they don't shadow ban the other guy? Because they know they're not saying nothing. They know certain things come out their mouth. They don't know what they're talking about. They know they are ineffective, okay? When they pay attention, listen, they have computers that trigger from keywords. They know certain things. They watch patterns. They realize certain things can't get. That's why y'all think they killed Yahushua. Was Yahushua the only person teaching Sadiq? No. Certain things he said were key trigger. You don't tell people, man, that you came into the lawn for mosh pot, that you came to set things straight. Woo! You think a gay club gonna let me come in and I'm coming to clean up a homosexual? How many of y'all think they gonna let me do that? You ain't gonna believe it. And they ain't gonna let me on their system and out here too far, and I'm trying to clean men up and clean up women. Everybody come the same stupid doctor. Kill these crackers. Always some stupid. They kill the men, rape the women, or vice versa. Everyone in the group, they know they're very ineffective. They know that we're not interested in getting guns to kill them. I know these folks don't told like, yes, I own several guns. I ain't scared to tell nobody that. All legal. I don't have guns to kill people. I have for protection. But that is not my only protection. My first protection, line of defense, is the bar, the word, because there are things I had to protect myself against, not against just other people. Sometimes we make the defense against other people. You got to defend against yourself. My own mind can come up with something. Something can be in my heart. So that's why now, look, we start out first with the detox for what? Intestinal. What's our next detox I got y'all going on? Full body. Well, we're going to the lungs, the heart, because we can't be stupid. There's other areas of the body we got to protect. So the same thing with the word. The word is supposed to go in and search us out. Search the heart. Search all these facts. When these people offered up sacrifice, you didn't believe they offered up the kidneys. They offered up the heart. All these things they offered. So guess what they had? They had to be something that there was a presentation. They had to be acceptable. Search your heart. Why you think, even though he said, try me and see if there be any racial walk in me. So that means I need to be able to get inside the check. So how's he going to check him? Body blows? No, I'm going to put the word and put you in certain situations. Those situations are going to prove out what you believe and what you love. That's where you faint at. They went on an angel to fly down. Isn't that right? With some wing and a halo on that they never read, and come down and say, this is a test, like your TV. Had this been an astronaut? No, because you had to become knowledgeable of the word. You learn to, before you talk, before you jump and lose it, let me see what is the lesson. It's a lesson. Why has he got me going through except it's a lesson? What that mean? All things work together for the two of them. So what's bad for me? Not if I'm working for the plan of salvation. Why y'all keep telling you, I tell you, it's got to work for me. Y'all think I'm just saying that? Man, I done came to grip to realize it. I told the guy that he came down there. In my part, I had enough of it. I told him, man, I said, I'm tell you something. I said, I'm just being honest with you. I said, I don't need nothing. I said, I ain't lying, I don't need nothing. I said, I don't even need you to buy that car. He looked at me like, what? I said, I've been lying if I told him different. I said, man, I don't need nothing. I told him, I've been lying. I said, I don't need nothing. That's somebody else. I said, don't make me no different. I watched the face after. I said, you ain't doing me no favor. I told him flat. I said, I'll tell you something else. I said, I ain't got no reason to lie. If I tell you something, that's what it is. I said, it's just flat like it is. It's just like it is. I said, I don't need nothing. And that didn't, because all caboose this man. I'm telling you, him came to this. There's a whole lot of stuff I looked at. Why? I done come to realize, why not? Why not? I got to show the workings of it. I need somebody who trusts me enough to just wait and see how it's going to work out. Somebody there to wait on me. Everybody begging and crying. Who going to wait on me? Let it be me. Why not? Stop asking why. Why not? That man been tooled, man. Them boys, Tim, they'll tell you, he been tooled. They'll tell you, man, that man been tooled, man. When I be simple, that's my honest desire. You waiting on a different palaver, you better go get somebody to pray for it. I'm praying the same thing. I want that man to know I'm coming. I got who kind of remind me of? I pray kind of like Tony Dossett. They said Dossett, he was running back. Dossett come and hit it and laying down. He get up. He said, I'm coming back the same way. Typically, you don't do stupid stuff like that. Give me the ball. I'm coming back the same way. Let them know you ain't stopped nothing. That's why I let them know I'm coming back the same way every time I get the ball. I ain't moving. That's where I live. When I see y'all straggling, you can't be eating what I'm eating. I know you ain't doing them. There's no way. No. Man, I got all my confidence in that man. I'm praying, because I don't know. I said, what test come well? I just want to be ready. I just want to be set. I just want to be open to. I want to be accepted to. I just want to trust it. You know what that go with? All right, let's try this trust thing. Let's let some things go a different way. What you doing? I need you. I'm calling on you like I need. He said, you just finished saying, which way we gonna be? So I gotta learn how to sell. Gotta learn how to wait. Gotta learn how to consider. Last thing you is so you a consider. Just consider. Just consider. He told him, shout out, if you consider what I say, You ain't gonna believe it. He said, Yahuwah give you understanding in all things. Guess what I do when stuff happen now? I consider. That's how I get this understanding. He said, consider it. You know what some of y'all do? And you ain't gonna believe it. You ain't no undiamond. You're not an undiamond. Use a diamond. I got some people here, they undiamonds. Some of y'all diamonds, because you don't consider. Just consider what I say. I guarantee he give you understanding all things. Because see, that ain't what we want to do. I want to read and just get understanding. That ain't what he told you. He told you if you consider what I say, so he'll give you understanding all things. You don't do good with the direction you get. Folks get there. What this just asked me, I've been hearing this, they ain't out of lately. Like, what you suggest I study? What I'm taught. Like, I'll be reading. What you suggest where I ought to read at? I mean, think you ought to read that exit sign out that door. Because I know I've been through it before. Because this is why I do this. It ain't, I don't have no master stuff. This is what hurts you. You're trying to go somewhere we're not. And you're trying to be somewhere you ain't ready for. If he got a shepherd and a fold, why am I trying to run a different path? I'm gonna cut around, I'm gonna circle, I'm gonna flank around and meet y'all. You're gonna flank and you're gonna miss. Why is he leading the fold one way and you reading something different? Y'all scare me. Y'all ask the dumbest stuff. It's like, I just feel like I ought to be further. I do too. I feel like you should be, but Yahuwah he be calm. You gonna find yourself in a bottom of shell because you don't pay attention. Y'all to do good. Man, this what I did. I stopped. Everything that man taught, that I used to study too. That's what I used to study. You know. I just got there and read for that man. They be like, how he be, mama, listen. I said, I go with the man read. That's how I'm doing. They would say, well, witchcraft? I said, I don't know how these folks coming. I said, then what the man, I know that I'm listening to the man talk. I'm in the area. Boom. How you do that? I said, they right here. What they watch? Listen, folks were watching me. You hear me? They said, I see you. I'm like, what was I had them standing right here? And people tell me, I see you. Are you serious? You watching me? Like I was working witchcraft or some kind of magic. I was like, this is scary. Because they didn't pay attention. All I did, I stayed on what the man taught. I said, what? This is me, because I'm stupid. Again, it's dumb thing. I was there because I heard him. So if I had I read and I got away, why was I there? It didn't make sense. I was trying to find out what else he had in more detail in what he had already said, because you injured me, you spiked my attention, so I need to know what you know. I'm trying to study some other stuff. I said, here we go, these folks go. I'm trying to tell you, I watch folks do it all the time. And listen, they don't make it. They didn't make it. I try to help you out, but for some reason, you know, I need to study it. I said, it's just scary. It's scary because it's a fold. It's a fold movie. Don't you not, anybody watch them animal pictures? When you ever seen an Ari run and dive up in the crowd? Who he catch? That's what, again, when they asked me about reading something, I said, he don't get you. They don't catch him. That's why they learn to stay like that. When at nighttime they come, listen, you know what they learn to do at night? Ari, the way his eye structured, his own is structured, how his own is not like your own. It picks up that light from the Yaquara. He picks it up. He can see, just like you see it now. This is how he see you. So you're doing this stupid stuff. He's saying like, you're real stupid. So what they learn to do, because their eyesight is poor at night to pray, they stay real tight together. You know how Ari get them? He puts them, Ariel will set herself against them, and she'll start confusion. She know what's going on. They running. She know. You jump in the middle of that, you're dead. She know. Running good going, dummy. Tongue hanging in hair, you said, dead. They know it. Listen, watch them daytime. They'll do this. Because they know one of them finna flank. There's no way every one of them got a brain in here. Here comes dummy. Scowl. They said, there go the one. Here comes stupid. Every time. This you. Stay with the fold. Stay with the fold. Watch how it work out for you. Stay with the fold. Take your time. I know they be saying some other stuff. Go ahead and try it. The only problem gonna hurt you, the man told you, let me see them. I will give you After my own law, which gonna feed you with knowledge. And understand. So let's be practical. Let's be practical. I'm not talking to the priest on that, but just help me out on something. So how that work out if you getting it when he said, I'm gonna give you? How valid could your information be for your salvation? When he said, I'm gonna give you, but you've been getting it yourself. Do this make sense? Connect. Is he lying? When he done said he does not kazal? See, everything you do, just sit again. They say, you know what they think? I'm not an undiamond. I'm a diamond. That's what you're thinking. Because it makes no sense. Stay with the fold. It ain't about how much you know. It's how much you can be detailed on operating in. You run again a whole bunch of stuff and you don't know. Listen, even Shaul told her there. A lot of these people desire to be teachers of the Torah. You have to be real careful. He said because they don't know what they teach and they don't know what they done confirm. So you have to be careful. Like we going back looking at stuff. Now we done brought in now talk about with the dumb and people. A lot of things we got to watch. Now, what I told you, you also have to look and see where things translate over. So a lot of times people come. That's why a lot of folks never get over into the dispensation what he said. Remember, it was never of the Torah. It was a con. So now why do we use the Torah? Because the Torah was the schoolmaster. So why you get a first, second, third grade teacher? So you can get a second, third grade teacher degree or you can get a diploma. So it's not of them, it's all the operations he used to get you the diploma. That's the goal, not to get the teacher. Yeah. See, again, are you an undiamond or are you a diamond? That's why you got to take your time. The goal was to get, the only he put in here, it was so when we got to the con and we understood that this was favor, and he said, this is how I always said it this way. For these people that are trying to be so studious law teacher, they don't know I was only using this to get you to this point. But a lot of people missed it. That's why you'll see these people walk around, they got a wooden box on their shoulder and a couple of bamboo sticks on their shoulder. They don't even realize, that man been told them, man, put that thing down. Put that casket down. Because they still there. They still there. A lot of folks, we done transferred. I don't know what the folks think. They been stopped carrying that stuff. They want, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Walk around and they like, well, man, we got the Ark of the Covenant. Man, it's sad because they don't want to, because you miss something. Because that's why it's so important when you're doing this too. He's looking at their heart. Are you honest? Are you honestly following? A lot of times, people not honestly following. That's why he get them the delusion. He told her he gonna give them a strong delusion that, and he said, well, all deceivableness of Roshan, and them that you ain't gonna be saved, them that perish. You ain't gonna believe it. They relate to some of y'all because you don't receive. It's an ahab in their mind. That thing hurt me. He said, it's a ahab in it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That they might be saved. That's why he said, for this call, he said, for this reason, I give them a strong, for some reason, I hear what he's saying, but it's like he's working something with me right now. It's called a strong delusion that you should believe a kazal so you can be damned. I want you to be, listen, I want you condemned. So it's bad when you start seeing something outside. Remember, stay with the fold. Which direction the fold going? Let me preach about this, and I'd be so pissed. I'd be so pissed. I guess I got every birthday they burn. I said, because I said, there's no way you could be paying attention, following, if that's not what I said. I clearly gave instructions to do, but I want to know about it. I said, here we go again. I said, here we go. And then it look like I'm the bad guy. Mm-hmm. I know, I'm the bad guy. Lights cover, I'm the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? That's me, I'm the bad guy. Go ahead and put it on me. Stop it. I'm not the bad guy. I want to see everybody. I want to see you saved. I want to see you happy. I want to see things work out for you. But we got to deal with the whole man. Y'all got it? Okay. I just make sure we got that. That's a lot of talking said. I'll harb you guys. I'm getting ready to let you go. I want to go home. I want to eat something too. Let Smitty look at me. Yeah, she got her enjoyment early too. Oh, she was happy. She better be. I told her too. I said, look here. I done turned this mother up. I told her I'm out here now, and I'm loving every minute of it too. I told her I'm loving every minute. I don't know what I done ate and where I got it from, but I'm gonna keep eating it. And I'm loving every minute of it too. Y'all got it? So I'm so happy. Then I want to kind of rest. Because I want to make sure I still know what I'm doing. Are we all right? Yes, sir. All right, give me a hand clap. Oh, after Mr. Yahuwah. Give Mr. Yahuwah a hand clap. That's it.